The press on the Yeah, that's some reporter who's digging up dirt on Baker G. We don't know who's talking, but we know the reporter's meeting him today.
The following is an interview with Bakergy, the project lead for SanVive, an ambitious mod pack for GTA San Andreas purporting to contain over 1,000 curated mods, several of which being developed by the team themselves. But for reasons we'll be discussing, SanVive has recently faced its fair share of scrutiny, sparking outrage across the internet. From an unenforceable NDA, to requests for ID verification, mods being included without permission, and allegations of profiting off of others' hard work, there's a lot to cover. Exclusive, never-before-seen footage of SanVive will be shown throughout the interview, bearing in mind that everything is subject to change and currently features mods that I've been told will not be present upon release. For transparency's sake, I do want to mention that I know Bakergy personally. Roughly a year ago, I made a video called How One Modder Changed Watch Dogs Forever, and it happened to go viral. Bakergy left a positive comment on my video, so I clicked on his channel, discovered SanVive, and I've been looking forward to it ever since. That being said, I aim to be as unbiased as possible during the interview. I do not condone any of the questionable choices that were made, and as you'll see, I was able to convince him that the NDA and ID requirements were a mistake, and they have since been removed. Last but not least, any opinions expressed are solely those of the individual and do not speak to their veracity. Without further ado, here is my interview with Bakergy. Before we get started, I'm going to need to see some ID, I'm afraid. How do I know this is the real Bakergy that is here before me right now?
Well, basically, oh shit, am I applying for a job? No, it should be optional. It should be optional. Yeah. First of all, thanks for having me. And my name is Beige. That's just my Discord name, but yeah, I have been playing GTA San Andreas since I was a kid, and I'm not a modder. I never mod anything yet. I'm working as a project management in GTA San Andreas and SanVive project. And so yeah, that's basically what I'm doing right now. I'm mostly a content creator on YouTube. That's what people know me as, and yeah, we got multiple other projects that are going on. So yeah.
Is SanVive your biggest project? Is that the one you're focused on the most, or?
At the moment, SanVive is a big project, but there's other projects that we have as well. I don't really know which one's the biggest at the moment. SanVive is one of them, but currently we're focused on SanVive because we want to get it released. SanVive and there's another project that we have. It's called Liberation. So these are the two projects that we're working on.
I know you said you're not really a modder. You're sort of the project manager of SanVive, but
no.
Do you have like a history of modding at all? Have you ever modded a game in the past?
The only history that I have is I made a video on YouTube. It was called I installed 130 plus mods.
Yeah.
And it got a lot of traction. It got over 1 million views, and we published the list on our Discord server.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people came in there and they were interested in the mod pack, and they were like, "Hey, bro, this is pretty cool. We should actually put it in a zip file." And I said, I was like, "Hey, listen, dude, I'm not authorized by the mod creators to put it in a list."
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of people having issues with installing mods, and it was like a bunch of things, right?
Yeah.
And the amount of people who asked us about asked me, because I was the only person who was doing it at the moment, that hey, you should put it in a zip. So I had to make a pin message. It's still in my server. It's in the channel Mod Talk. It's pinned. It's at the bottom. I'm gonna quote: "We don't have permission for modders to use their mods in a mod pack currently. We do have a file with all essential mods here, but it's recommended to support the modders through their support links." So this was when we were doing 130 plus mods. Then the people from the community came in and they were very interested. They're like, "Hey, this is very cool. What if we figure out a way to make a mod pack that is easy to access for everybody else, accessibility, and we make it 10 times better? So we actually make mods for the project as well. We actually patch the game. We figure out how the game works, no crashes, no whatsoever, and we make it 10 times better." So I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. So some people from the community joined in. Some people I reached out from my network. So I brought some people together. So I became the project leader over there. So I've been leading the project for it's been close to 2 years now. So it's been pretty great.
Sorry, so just to clarify, you are the person who then merged these mods then, and you got it running okay?
Yeah. In the first video, 130 plus mods, I was the only guy who was doing this. Actually, there's a story behind it. I I was actually upset. I was waiting for a definitive edition. I was very excited about it,
Yeah.
and you know how that went. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, what do I do? So I
Mhm.
saw these people videos, Just Kesha, Cats Macaru, and Internet Rob. They were making these mod
Yes.
packs. I was
Yeah.
like, yo. So I start scouring for mods. I was like, hey, I'm gonna play the game. That I had the mods packed in already, and I was playing the game, and it was very stable. And I thought, hey, those people shared the things. I have a YouTube channel. Let me share my list with people as well. Like, you know, it's gonna be fun.
Mm.
And so I did. So I think like that was just me solo doing everything at the times in a solo way.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it worked out, I guess. I mean, there was a bunch of people who came in. It became a community. Everybody liked it, and they requested that we should have something that is easily accessible. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's where SanVive came from, basically.
Kind of like in other games like that use Wabberjack, like Fallout, Skyrim. There's definitely over the years been this growing desire to have like a prepackaged series of mods. I think Lorim
Yeah.
is something like 4,000 mods or almost 4,000 mods that are like, my God, it must have taken months, years, painstakingly
Yeah.
combined. It's crazy.
Oh, it's painful. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So it's there was a problem, and we wanted to find a solution for it because like a lot of people aren't technical. I
Mhm.
myself don't consider myself as a technical person. I just like figure things out on my own, and a lot of people don't have that much time to figure things out on their own.
Mhm.
I just love this game, and I was like, I had some time. I was going through my off days, so I was like, hey, I'm going to work because I love this game. So it was. I thought about it. I was like, hey, it's the best way to do it, and we're going to do it for the people. So all they have to do is click one button, and they can just play the whole mod pack. Because I know there's a lot of people who, they keep desiring for that, but they never get to play it.
Yeah.
I went on the Just Kesha mod pack as well, like I think his server, and I asked, I was like, hey, is the mod pack in a zip file or something? But it wasn't. At the time, I didn't know about like anything like that. So yeah, basically, consider SanVive at the moment is like a passion project from the community. The community came together. They're like, hey, we're going to put some mods together. We're going to add, develop some mods as well. And we're just going to make a fun game out of it. So,
are there any sort of, not competitors, but has anybody tried this before? Like, I know there's other mods, like, I think it's like Things to Do in San Andreas, Volume 1 and 2, that sort of restore a bunch of cut content, I think expand the missions and stuff like that. Like, is there anything in the same scope as SanVive? Or would you say you are trying to make, like, the definitive, I guess, modern experience, Vanilla Plus type thing?
I mean, at the moment, I would say like SanVive is its own thing. Like we're not competing with anybody whatsoever. And I think there's a lot of cool ass mods out there that that people have made that are wonderful. I think everybody should try them. One guy I would say that I could say that he was an inspiration for this. His name is Kaliko Kyle, and they've been amazing. I haven't ever talked to them, but I'm in their server. I saw them and was like, hey, they're doing something great. And yeah, so they were actually an inspiration for, and I, by the way, salute them because they're a lone wolf because they did everything alone. I have a team of close to 40 people. They're doing everything alone, and it's hats off, bro. I have never really tried their mod pack, but I know that they're working on a mod pack as well. So that's the idea where it came from. I was like, okay, that's a mod pack that's actually a thing in San Andreas because I've seen mod lists, I've never seen a mod pack. You get me? So that's the only you can say like
what's the difference? So it's like, is it mod list what they recommend you download each mod individually? Or
yes,
yeah, right.
So a mod list and a difference between a mod list and a mod pack is that mod list is a list of mods that people can download themselves manually, and it can have a lot of problems. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. GTA San Andreas is a very old game. Like it's 2004, right? Like it's 2 decades old. And because of that, it has some issues and it has some things. It just doesn't always work with newer systems, especially. So you always have to tinker some things inside. Whereas a mod pack, basically, I haven't seen any major mod, like, not that I know of, that I would say, like, hey, there are some, like, the only one that I know about is Kaliko Kyle's at the moment.
Really?
But I wouldn't really say I've seen anything on the scale of SanVive, but I could be wrong. I could be entirely wrong, but nothing yet. But I think like it's a good thing to have like accessible mods for the community. That's what we believe in,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Is it more? Is it like a more of a response to, well, let's call it the defective edition, as people do, or is it just is it just like your own thing? Is it like you just you know you love the game, you decided to make a passion project, or is it like?
So basically, the idea about SanVive has always been like vanilla friendly. Like we want to give an experience for people that is nostalgic. You know, we can have a vanilla friendly experience. We also like want to make sure that people have like what do you call it? You know, like nostalgia. Basically, it's based on nostalgia, pretty much. And of course, it's sort of in a response of Definitive Edition, but I think it does a few things a bit differently. It's like you can call it a GTA San Andreas Plus because we have included and added a lot more features into this pack. So yeah, so and a bunch of those features are some modders created them. There's features that we have developed ourselves in house. So yeah, it's a feature pack, mod pack so far.
Do you have like specific teams that work on different things?
Yeah, so the way we work is like because we have a bunch of different projects. Other than SanVive, we have other projects going on. Liberation is one of them. There's other projects that we haven't disclosed yet. Basically, in SanVive, we have we do things professionally. I try to do things professionally as much as I can. We have multiple departments. Like there's a marketing department, there's a management department, there is a task handlers department, there is development, there's a radio and writing, production. So all those things, all those departments come together and work together with a flow. The point of that is that it doesn't, bother with the flow. Like we can just come here. The management tells me like, hey, these are the tasks that are done. We move on to other things. So all the projects are in a good flow. Most of my friends, most of them, they're working on SanVive right now. We're fairly new to San Andreas modding. Pretty much everybody who's working on SanVive right now has never modded GTA San Andreas.
Really?
Before.
That's amazing.
So basically, a lot of people are from my own network. I have people from different communities. I'm not only a GTA San Andreas modder. As I said, we have other projects going on from different games as well. So, again, I'm not a modder. It's a team. I just manage teams, right? I happen to be a good manager because I have experience. I have over 10 years worth of experience in administration, marketing, advertisement, sales, and management. So that's the whole gist of it.
How many members would you say you have on the team? And can you talk about anybody specific, like anybody that's contributed? I mean, I know they've all contributed, but like anybody that's like made like a major breakthrough or that's working on something specific that you think's gonna blow people away?
Yeah, I mean, currently we have almost over 40 people on and off, basically.
Yeah.
So, and of course, there's been major there's this guy. He's basically developed one of the best at the moment. When we started it, it was one of the best weapon stuff that he's made. Like, how would I say this? The weapon mods. His name is Shiny. He's from a community called Samsara. He actually owns that project, Samsara project. It's a Doom project. Everybody who's watching, just go check it out. It's pretty amazing.
What's it called? Sorry, how do you spell that? Samsara.
It's called Samsara, Samsara, and he is the lead on that. And he's in SanVive. He's working on. He's working here as the weapons lead.
Yeah.
Similarly, we have Amir. He's worked on vehicle stuff. We have broken some limits. We have made some tools. We have made a bunch of quite nice stuff that I think people will see when we actually release things. So yeah.
Is there anything that you can talk about? Any breakthroughs you've made? You can talk about in this interview, or is it sort of under wraps for now?
I mean, we can talk about one thing that is already public. It's called GTA San Andreas. SanVive Memory Fix. What it does basically is it fixes Rockstar's code. What Rockstar does is like any TXT without an ID, it stays in the memory, so we deload it. So it improves FPS and stuff like that. So that's one of the things. There's a bunch of things like that. There's fixes, there's mods, there's features that we've created for the community to enjoy. So currently, I might maybe further on in the interview, I'll show you some tools that we've made.
Yeah, that'd be badass.
That'd be very nice. Yeah.
who gets to decide what mods to be included? Like, does there have to be a vote? Do you have the final say?
I mean, there's always suggestions. Everybody suggests the thing, but I have the final say in that. I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to things. Even if there's something slightly a bit off, I'm like, I don't really. I mean, I'm a Rockstar fanboy, so of course I like things that are like, I can't handle some Ubisoft stuff. So I like things to be very delicate. Now I'm not trying to throw shade on Watch Dogs. I like that game still.
Oh, I love Watch Dogs, but without mods, it's like the Living City mod, for instance. To not use that mod is like to play half a game. You need Living City. I would never play Watch Dogs without mods. So I kind of, which I kind of hate to admit that because I had a video that did really well, but so Ubisoft made an amazing game.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, that's kind of you. Thank you. I'm very disillusioned by many modern games that release. I feel that games are often released too early, released in a sort of beta state. They require months, if not years, of updates to feel complete. And recently, I've just fallen in love with older games. So, how long has SanVive been in development? Would you say?
SanVive has been in development for close to 2 years now. And it's been a wonderful majorly, it's been a wonderful experience. I mean, of course, you know about the controversies. We'll talk about that later. But so far, it's been amazing. The community has been amazing. We have gotten a lot of love. We've gotten a lot of appreciation. I mean, if you look at the trailers, the amount of like to dislike ratio speaks volumes.
Yes, definitely.
There's been a lot of cool ass modders. Yeah, it just shows that. I mean, it's 99%. I would say 98% the people have liked the video because they're actually interested in this.
Yeah.
We have gotten people, like a lot of YouTubers have appreciated it. I've been reached out by some modders that encouraged me to use their mods in this mod pack. We've made some really, really nice relationships with a bunch of mod authors as well. Like the SNS community has been pretty good with us, and we've been hanging out with them for almost a year now.
Which community? Sorry,
SNS community is basically. It was a community. It's called the Stars and Stripes. They were basically putting USA in the game.
Did that get a DMCA strike or something?
They didn't get a DMCA strike, but they shut it down. There's some people on that project. I think they were working on GTA Underground as well.
Something I did mean to ask you is there anybody? Are there any sort of well-known modders? Not to take away from the lesser-known modders, of course. I mean, God, sometimes people just join a community and they're like an absolute, just like the Einstein of
understandable
game modding. But
yes, sir.
What was I going to say? Like, are there any sort of notable names that maybe from other projects, things like that have joined SanVive or joined the team or are working towards it, even if just in a small way?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, Shiny Megatros is one of them. He is he's the author of Samsara from Doom community. We have, we have had a lot of support from a lot of people. Yeah. I would say one of the best ones would be Artem. I don't know if you've heard about him.
Yes, I've heard of Artem. Yeah.
Amazing guy, really amazing. I remember reaching out to him. I was like, "Hey, bro, we're using your mods." You know what he said? He's like, "Bro, do whatever you want with our mods." And I was like, "Oh, he understands the vision."
That's sick.
Because the idea about SanVive was like it's a passion project for the community by the community, and we want to make sure that we do things right.
Yeah.
And we're just doing this for the community, pretty much, right? It's a community service, I would say.
Yeah.
It's like a love letter to the community, a love letter to Rockstar Games, and a love letter to our childhood. So, we're really passionate about it. And so far, it's pretty good. It's going pretty great. And also, there's a modder called ZZ Puma.
Yes.
He's the creator. You remember when
Vehicle
I said...
Defamation, and he also made the studio, didn't he?
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah, bro. It's one of my favorite mods. And he's also hanging out with us. It's pretty chill. But he's not in... These people are not in the SanVive community. They are just like friends with us. Like we helped them. They helped us. Recently we gave out a SanVive memory fix to Artem as well because it was a gift, because we always, like, on the SanVive team, we love him, we love his mods. I think they're amazing, and we wanted to do something good for him, and was like, hey, this is a gift from us to you, please enjoy. We have had people from the SNS community coming in, the people who used to work on the SNS thing, and they are lovely. We hang out all the time. They support us sometimes. We support them when we can. And that's also the thing that I want to talk about as well. Like we are a community-driven project, and we're always here to help the community. If they need any help, they need any assistance, they need help with some mods, we're always there present. We're always in chats. We're hanging out with people. I think that's why that's called community building. We have built a community very nicely. They come and talk to us. They hang out with us. They can ask questions.
Yeah.
We are open to them as much as we can. The only thing we are quiet about is what we are creating, because I think that's a surprise and we don't want to ruin it. You get me? But everything else, we've been very open, and I think like you can see that in the updates, you can see that in the FAQ, you can see that in the video descriptions, you can see that in our Patreon page. Everything is very open and very, very wide, so people can just read. That's all it takes.
It's funny how these different communities either come together or they don't, and it's also interesting how certain modders, certain mod authors allow their mods to be shared, allow their mods to be put in a pack. For instance, not to keep rabbiting on about Watch Dogs, but in the Watch Dogs community, I would say the vast majority of people are more than happy for their mods to be included in like a merge. Whereas in other communities, it seems like people are like, no way. Like, no, this is my baby. Like,
yeah, I mean, it is understandable. See, the thing is, like, if you look at Bethesda games like Fallout, there's a lot of merges. You've been playing Lower Rim.
Yeah.
Remember when you were streaming? So, you know, the mod merges are a thing, like pretty much in every community.
Yep.
But I don't think there's a system in GTA San Andreas yet. I hope we might work on it, or maybe we revolutionize it or something. We maybe have plans for later on. Hopefully.
Are you talking about when you say that? What do you mean? Do you mean in terms of installing the pack, or like to sort of streamline the process? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, about the streamlining process, because like you know, I think we should be inclusive for everybody, because the mod is like I think this is what I believe, because I'm not a technical person myself. I believe everybody has the right to enjoy a mod pack. You know, if they see a video, they're like, hey, I wish I could run these mods, but they can't. You know, so you are not including a lot of people who could have fun, but they're not. But so far, in the GTA San Andreas community, I haven't seen a lot of people saying that they cannot use, people cannot use their mods in their mod packs, especially the people that I personally know. The people that I've mentioned so far, like Artem or Puma, and the rest as well.
Has Puma, have these guys said that you can use, I think you said that Artem, is that right? Artem said you can use the mods. Has Puma said that? Like the whole, I don't think the vehicle deformation mod has been released yet, has it? I think it's currently...
No, it is released. It is released, released for the public, but I mean, he's okay with us. I mean, we actually had a, pre-release version for it. Like, I think before it was released in the public, the one update, so he gave it to us for, to test and stuff. So yeah, I mean, we're good with Puma and stuff like that. And see, the thing is, the idea is that they see our vision. We're just doing things for the community, and it is a free project that everybody can join in and enjoy. I think it's about accessibility, as I talked about. People want mods installed in their game without all the hassle of like fixing things, figuring things out, tinkering with INI files and all that jazz. So what we do, we just tell them, hey, download this, press one button, and everything is going to install. And all you have to do is just play. And that is it. It just works like a Wabbajack or something like that. So
I was literally about to say, are you trying to make something that sort of not competes, but an equivalent of Wabbajack for...
something like that. Something like that. But I don't know how it's going to go. Hopefully it works out fine as we have planned. I hope it goes that way. Because the tools that we are making for SanVive, they are going to be, when we release it, the tools are going to be open source and stuff like that. So we encourage, the tools that we made are going to encourage people to maybe perhaps make mod packs themselves, Like we want to streamline the process. Or maybe
I see what you mean. Yeah. So once you've released it, once you're comfortable with the tool, you're happy to release it so that others can use it for their own projects or their own sort of desires of combining
like
mods.
Open source. Yeah, we're planning to open source stuff. Everything we make for SanVive. So everything that we made for SanVive, if it is tools, if it's like ASI mods, if it's Clio mods, if it's like opcodes, everything is going to be open source when we feel comfortable sharing them as open source. So yeah.
How
it's
do
for
you?
The community.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have like a rough ETA? I know they say like no ETAs TM, but like have you got like an internal plan of when you're planning to release it? Like I know obviously you're looking for 5 internal sort of closed alpha testers, and that's running for 15
Yeah,
days if I'm not mistaken, or something like that, 14 or
it is running
15
for
days.
15 days. It is going to run for 15 days. So the idea is like,
You have like a timeline or a
there was an ETA internally, but I think currently the only goal that we have at the moment is to make sure that we have a stable game. We don't want to have another defective edition problem, right? We want people to actually enjoy the game and have it when they have it, instead of having crashes and problems and stuff like that.
yeah.
So far, the game is very stable. It's in its alpha state and it's rather stable, so which I'm quite happy about. Since we were talking about the community, it's like motivating when people like. There's a guy. His name is I considered him the father of modding for GTA San Andreas, because like he's the creator of Clio. His name is Seaman.
Yes, Seaman. Yeah.
Yeah, someone shared the mod with him, and he said it's probably going to be lag, but 1,000 mods, that's a major undertaking. If they pull this off, hats off. And so far, everything's working, and we barely have any crashes. So yeah, hopefully, I mean, if it's in alpha stage and that stable, I think hopefully we can figure and squash pretty much everything out. Back in the day, there was a lot of issues with San Andreas. See, I made a mod pack because I couldn't really afford to play GTA 5. You know, I didn't have a PS3, I didn't have a PC, so I was like, well, I'm gonna mod my GTA San Andreas to look like GTA 5, and I had to do everything manually, so it was like a bit of a pain. So I understand the pain that people have to go through modding this game. So we're doing the work for them, right? So it is understandable. So the thing is, that time was tough. Those were like the Stone Age times, but we've gotten way too far. And I think like San Andreas is not a game that's going to die anytime soon. And people, there's the community is pretty awesome here. Like we got, I'll just name some people. They're amazing people, amazing, bro. Puma is definitely amazing. Artem, hands down, bro. We love this guy, hands down, one of the best guy. There's Seaman is amazing. There's the SNS community is pretty chill as well. Amazing people, bro. Like there's Void. Who else? There's so many developers in the modern weapon stuff. There's so many people. I can't think about anybody on the top of my head at the moment. But yeah.
How about Junior DJJR, who's been accusing you of using other people's mods without permission?
Well, the best thing about him is, the best thing about him just ran down his mom and became a shit stain on the bed. So that's what I think about him. And we're gonna get to that later on. He's been a pain. He's been on my dick.
He's made some amazing mods there, hasn't he? Absolutely made like mix sets, urbanized sound eyes.
I never really personally played with sound eyes because I mean we were getting mods for SanVive, right? Yeah. And that didn't really because we are very delicate about like what fits the project and stuff like this. So yeah, no, I never really used sound eyes. And about his mods and stuff like that, of course, if I be fair, I gotta be fair where I can be fair. His mods are very good, but his personality needs to change. Like he's not a good person whatsoever. And I personally, I mean, it's okay. We can talk about it later in detail. Yeah. And I have some things to say. I definitely, since they had a lot of things to say, well, now I have a lot of things to say as well.
So how many mods up to this stage would you say are your own versus how many would you say are community mods? Like if you had to give it a percentage, like would you say 10% of them are mods and tools that you've made yourself? When I say yourself, I obviously mean the SanVive team.
Yeah. I mean, it's not only about like, there's definitely, there's a lot of mods that we've used from the community, right? And there's easily like more than a dozen of mods that we've made. Right. And those mods, basically the ones that we've made, there are some fixes, some new features. Again, I would love to get into that once the thing comes out. Again, as I said, it's a surprise. I think people are gonna like it. Also, about SanVive is like it's a community coming together and making this thing happen. We said this since the first update, and we'll still say it. And I'll say it right now. Without the modders, this wouldn't be possible, right? So all the modders that came in helped us, support us, and there was a lot of YouTubers, content creators. There's actually a guy. I think you'd probably know him, Dr. Mod. He
Yes.
reached out to me and he was like, I'm quite excited about this mod pack and I want to see like when it comes out. And I was like, yeah, we're working on it. And as soon as it's out, so there was a lot of YouTubers that reached out to me as well about asking him questions because they were curious. So about the mods, I would say, yeah, I think majority of them are community mods.
And so let's say you have, I think you said something like 800 new vehicles. Obviously, I'm guessing the vast majority will be made by other people. Are you counting each vehicle individually? Like, is 800 of the, excuse me, is 800 of the 1,000 mods cars, or are you sort of combining them into one? Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Or are you doing
Yeah,
more like packs,
the thing
so
is,
like a pack of vehicles is one mod, another pack is 2 mods?
oh, no. So basically, a mod basically is like, you're modifying the game pretty much. So there's multiple scripts. There's, if you want to go for scripts, I think there's close to or more than 400 scripts that are running in the game simultaneously, which is insane to think about. And the rest of them are some car models. There's textures and all those things. So yeah, it's a combination of everything. There's audio stuff as well. So it's a combination of everything as well. And yes, the cars are a pretty big part of it.
We spoke briefly the other day, just to sort of test everything was working. I don't use Discord all that much. And you said in passing, you said that having, did you say just now 400 scripts, over 400 scripts running, is that like unprecedented? Or is that like a tool that you've made? Or because I'm not overly familiar with the GTA modding community, so apologies if I ask any questions that are a bit obvious to anybody listening. But yeah, this is quite new to me, so.
I mean, the way that these scripts are working, first of all, we have, made sure that they are compatible with each other. I mean, some of the mods that people have made, we've made them compatible with each other, and we have made some tools and some systems that allow these things to work seamlessly together and not cause any conflicts.
But I thought you said the other day, you said something about, I remember the number 80. You said that the game would sometimes crash if you go beyond like 80 mods. Is that right? Or I might have misheard you or misremembered.
Oh, no. It never always happens like that. Like, for example, if you're modding a game and just adding mods into the game, sometimes you can have 30 mods and the game could crash. You can have 80 mods, the game could crash. Right. So it doesn't really exactly have a number. The way San Andreas is a very interesting game to mod, to be honest. But yeah, since my experiences from like SanVive and the 130 plus mods, not all the mods are compatible. And as far as what we talk about vehicle IDs are a major thing. Some vehicles do not have audio. Some vehicles IDs conflicts. Some vehicles have some handling files that are broken. So we had fixed every single thing in that as well. So basically, when we get mods from the community, what we do is what Seaman said as well, because it's not an easy task. What we basically do is we merge. I mean, we basically optimize them together. You get me? Like we make them work together seamlessly in tandem, pretty much every single mod. So that's basically it.
Is that why
it's been taking so long? By the way, only that process we still are doing it, and it's been more than 2 years. And the problem is that when you have that many mods, you don't know what mod is causing crashes sometimes. So you have to figure things out. Sometimes you're like, okay, sometimes the crashes never happen. So you're like, okay, so we got to make sure the game crashes. That's why we're also getting testers. So we make sure that they crash the game. We tell them, hey, do this, so we can recreate crashes and we can try fixing them. Sometimes we got to figure out what thing is causing. Sometimes, this is interesting, because the team is very good. Like, I'm proud of the team that we have. I haven't had a crash that my team wasn't able to be fixed. Like, they fixed every single thing so far. What SanVive is basically a vanilla experience for GTA San Andreas with some extra features, and it just brings the game to a little bit of modern standard while also maintaining the nostalgia and all that thing. So we haven't added some crazy things. Attention to detail is what we have focused on.
Yeah.
So attention to detail, gameplay opportunities, exploration. Yeah, it's a few things like that. So we've improved the gameplay features, some of them, and thankfully there's a lot of mods that do that already. Mm-hmm. And we've basically made some mods in-house that improve the exploration. You know, it encourages people to go explore, go
Yeah.
play the game a bit more. It's like more of a game.
Mhm.
You know, like it's more game than GTA San Andreas. It's like, you know, GTA San Andreas, I think, is one of the most feature packed games ever made for the PS2. That's crazy, bro. Like the amount of content that game has
Mhm.
is insane.
Yeah.
So I think adding on to that is just makes it better, and we've kept a keen eye on things that everything is like. I mean, we've tried for perfection, but hopefully we also deliver. I don't want to be all mouth and, you know, no work. So I really hope that we actually deliver as well. So yeah, that's pressure.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yo.
By the way, sorry, I have to introduce you. By the way, Amir, this is Mr. Tom. He is a fellow content creator. He has made single-handedly revived Watch Dogs, and you know him already, yeah. And you know, he's making a video about like SanVive, clear some things up. It's mostly an interview. And Tom, meet Amir. He is our head dev. He's been working with me he's been working on SanVive for about, I think, close to 2 years now.
Yeah. You've mentioned him
And
briefly.
he is amazing, bro. He's one of the best devs I know in person.
How did you guys meet?
This is very good. Oh, after the 130 plus mod video that I made,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that's how we met. So he joined the server. He was helping people out, and it was his idea actually to be like, hey, if we do SanVive, if we make something like this, let's do
Yeah.
it 10 times better. So yeah,
Literally.
together.
If you got 130 mods, you 10 times over 1,000 mods. Is that still the plan? Over 1,000 mods?
Yeah. What we're doing right now is we're just testing. We're going to make sure that the game is more stable. Like we're working towards stability, you know, and optimization will come later on as well.
Mm-hmm.
We already have pretty much everything we want in the game. There's going to be some mods that are going to be removed, obviously.
Yeah.
But we're just making patches. So, you know, other mods don't. Like if people actually end up installing those mods later on, they already have compatibility with other mods. So that's why.
That's cool.
But yeah, we're currently working on stability and optimization. That's about it.
I forgot to ask the other day, like, why San Andreas? Like, what got you into San Andreas? Is it your favorite GTA game? Is it one of your favorite games? Like, yeah, why not GTA 5? GTA? Yeah. I know you're doing Liberation, but like, why not 3? No, why not Vice City? Why not 4?
Yeah, I mean, even though Vice City was my first GTA, but my heart is in San Andreas. Like that game, the amount of content it has, the amount of playtime I have on that game, the amount of memories that I have with that game. So of course, even though I think GTA 4's story is one of the best, but I still think the content-wise, it's mostly nostalgia, because you know, back in the days, you were like, oh my god, there's a Bigfoot in the woods. You would just go and, you know, hunt for Bigfoot. All those memories. I think that's why San Andreas is,
Yeah, I agree completely.
That's perfect, I guess. Yeah. I mean, GTA 4 doesn't really need any more things. Fusion Fix already is doing a lot of things for that game, so I don't think there's any, I would say, room to improve that game. It's already a pretty decent-ass game. San Andreas is also decent, by the way, but I think as time went by, it's a bit old, you know?
And it does feel a bit dated.
It starts to show now. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a tiny refresher to the game, so people who haven't played that game can jump in and be like, oh, that's pretty nice. We also wanted to stick with the art style as well, right? And thankfully, there's a bunch of people who already have their mods in place that make the game look amazing. So yeah.
That's awesome. How about you, Amir? Have you been playing GTA long?
Oh yeah, most of my life actually. I don't have a beefy computer, so when I first started playing San Andreas, it was like on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
From there, I got a PC, but it couldn't even run Roblox.
Oh.
Yeah, so I started playing San Andreas.
I sent a picture of your PC to him as well.
Oh, the laptop
so you
one.
can show it on the screen.
Yeah, that's before the upgrade. That's actually after the upgrade. So like, that's the upgrade. Yeah.
Oh shit! Never mind.
Yeah. So back then I was like, I played this game in the PlayStation 2. Let me try to play it again. I played it again, and the story just, oh my god, we were kids at the time. So like, I didn't even know who the hell CJ is or what he does.
Mm-hmm.
But like when I played it again, I fell in love with this.
Yeah.
The physics and I was a game developer at the time, so I was very interested in what they did. So like the traffic system and all, I tried to replicate some parts of it in
That's
other
really cool.
engines, and that's how it started. I was modding my own game, and then I
Yeah.
saw Bage's video, which
Mhm.
led me to him, and then you know the rest, SanVive.
Yeah. That's awesome. So you guys have been friends for a couple
Yep.
of years, did you say, roughly?
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
a year and a couple of months.
Oh,
Yep.
that's badass.
Yeah.
So I'll just quickly recap. So you've had some sort of people think that this is SanVive is nothing more than a mod pack. You guys are simply taking other people's mods, where in fact that's not true. You're creating many yourself.
It's not only mods that we're making; we're actually improving the game somewhere in some places as well, like improving limits, making tools for the community so they can actually like work with them, making everything open source, so the community can have a chance to make their own mod packs, I guess. So everything that we're going to create is going to be for the community, so they can probably make more mod packs and just have a bit of fun, you know.
You mentioned traffic to me the
Yes.
other day. So if you're happy to elaborate on the traffic, like how's it going to differ from, I don't know, vanilla, for instance, that sort of stuff?
So over here we got vehicles and everything. I got like 2 issues right now. This is the skateboard. I don't have it installed, but I have the line for it. So like it gives you errors and everything, which is amazing. So here I have all of the IDs, and if I want to see them, I can click here to see what vehicles they are.
Mhm.
This is important for the ID part. I can also get them from here because in traffic we're using IDs to load them in. So this is the one for the traffic. This is such an amazing system. It's like extremely detailed. So if you want to add,
Overwrites Rockstar games.
yeah. So if you want to add traffic in a specific area, you can. Areas can have multiple regions. As you see, these are all regions, official game regions. So in here, let's say we want to add a region for the strip. So let me type strip. And here I can just click on the areas that I want. I want this area. It added it right over here. I want this area, this area, this area. And you see like I'm adding them. Let me add these buildings as well. I got some areas. Now in here I can go back. I also need to add some vehicle groups to select what I want to spawn in these areas. So if I switch here, I can add a vehicle group. Let's say racer cars. Let's add bullet in here. I think the ID was 411. I also switch back here. Get Infernus. Oh, what Infernus was that? Okay. Let me do bullet 541 and add bullet. So these vehicles are racer cars. I can copy this name for the group and add them into this specific area. So if I click add vehicles, I can tell it I want to use the racer vehicles, and this is the chance of them spawning. We can have them high, we can have them low. At what weather do you want it to spawn? At what time do you want it to spawn? At what weekday do you want it to spawn?
Wow.
You can customize this however you want. The racers, we can have them in night and midnight. They show up 100% of the time. Or you can also put them again, but in the day. So like morning, noon, afternoon, and evening. In these times, they're going to have a 20% chance. And this will reflect in the game.
That's really cool. Did you make this yourself?
Yep.
Jesus, that's really impressive.
Yeah, after you do all of that, you just download the file right over here, and I can just drag and drop it into the game if
Wow.
I needed to. Oops.
And will
Yeah,
that
and also like it's very like you know, you can use it in any way possible. Like for example, it also could depend on how much respect CJ has. It can also depend on how much muscles he has. Like we can generate traffic based on certain scenarios if you want. Like at what level, like for example, you're playing a certain mission, certain type of traffic is going to show. If you are in a certain place at the story, these cars are going to start spawning in. Like everything, like it's very, very complete. And if I say so myself, Amir says this. This system currently makes us the gods of GTA San Andreas traffic at the moment. So at the moment, so far, so we can do anything and everything with the traffic.
So what sort of scenarios can you imagine? Are you sort of hoping to add like like more race cars at night, almost like Midnight Club or Need for Speed? What sort of have you got any ideas of what you want to do with the traffic?
I mean, there's a lot of ideas that I have personally. I mean, as I said, we haven't started working on the traffic side of things because we really care about like optimizing and stabilizing the game first. And then this system already is in place. All we have to do is just put the traffic in its places and just sort it out, and then we have a working system. But the plan that we have is like certain regions will have certain cars going to be spawning. By the way, this is not SanVive. You can
this
literally
is not SanVive.
see.
As you see in the night, we're having all of the vehicles that we chose. Right over here.
That's cool.
If I go here, I have another system in here. This one, however, has Bullet, Infernus, and it should also have monster trucks. More monster trucks than Bullet and Infernus.
That's very interesting. That's really impressive. So could you have it so that like if it's sunny, if it's the middle of the day, people are more likely to ride BMXs down the beach or something like that? And then if it's raining,
so
more cars.
I just made it daytime. The ones that already spawned in are going to stay in. But now the traffic is going to switch to Bullet and Infernus only. So if these deload, they're not going to load back until it's night. So if I go away for a bit, this area is only going to have, Bullet and Infernus. No more monster trucks. Only at night. As a demonstration.
That's so cool. Wow. And this has never been done before? Like, have other modders tried to do this sort of thing? I know they've not made a tool like this, but can you do things like this, even if it would take a lot more work, a lot more manual labor?
I personally never seen anyone do it in region-based. They usually use the original Rockstar system.
That's okay. So how does Rockstar's system differ to yours then?
So in Pop Cycle, this determines like what spawns where. So we got business class. They spawn in at the like these densities at these times. These are times on the right side, midnight, 2 a.m., stuff like that. So this is what normally controls the traffic. As you see, it's using the zones, and they're using the Pop Cycle. We, however, are not using that. You can have like total control over it. It doesn't have to be week dependent, time dependent, or anything dependent. You can make it depend on everything you want.
You can make it depend on like what CJ is wearing, what shoes he's wearing, what weapon he's holding, if it's raining, if he's underwater, in water, standing on water. So
one thing that would be that's cool to show is the car GRP file. This file normally right now has a limit of 63 vehicles. That's with the mods. There's a mod that actually increases it to 63. So with the mod, it's limited to 63. We, however, are using a same system, different file, but you're allowed to use a lot more, over 100,000 per group. Can
you say the accurate number, Amir?
The accurate number is 2 billion, but let's be honest, no one's going to go that far.
Good luck with that. That's too much.
And so your tool that you created, your system, does that affect every single NPC type, or could you limit it to like, if you're in a gang neighborhood, only the gang members will drive this type of vehicle? So like maybe the more you progress through the story, maybe the ballers start driving more armored vehicles, just hypothetically. Is that a possibility, or does it affect all pedestrians, all NPCs?
It's basically like a dynamic system. We have some of the systems that are being controlled by Rockstar and some of the systems that we want to have control over. So it's like a dynamic system, So, but it is 100% possible. Like if you progress the game, we can have ballers drive more armored cars, and we can have them like we can do the quote unquote progression thing.
And so is this exclusive to SanVive, or would you release this as a tool, a software that people can use and install on theirs, or is this like an exclusivity thing?
I mean, at the moment it is exclusive. Like I don't think anybody has it right now, but when SanVive comes out, after that we are planning to make everything that we've made for SanVive open source. Everybody can use it. later on, so they can make
Yep.
their. As I said, we want to make tools so other people can make their own mod packs and they can share their vision, you know, in the public domain as well, just like we did. So, but they won't have to go through the hassle that we did as well. So,
are you working on any other tools? Anything like weapons or just in general? Is it vehicles that you're focused on specifically, or are there other ways to create your own tools and overwrite Rockstars that you're trying to make?
I don't know if I talked about this before, but there were a lot of people, since I made the video about 130 plus mods, a lot of people reached out to me saying that they don't know how to install mods. So if there's a possibility we can make a zip file and, you know, share all the mods through that. And I said, I don't have permissions from the mod authors, so I don't think we can do that at the moment. So me, Amir, and a bunch of people came together and we realized that we have a problem in the community and we want to figure out a solution for it. The solution for that was a Wabajack sort of like auto installer. And what it basically does, it just takes the hassle out of the hassle. So all people have to do to install SanVive is just download the tool, click install, and then wait. And then they can just play the game without any issues. So normally it would take, I don't know if you've ever modded GTA San Andreas, but normally it takes weeks, if not months, to actually have a stable modified GTA San Andreas with multiple mods. And we're just taking that hassle out. So I think that's a very powerful tool, a very helpful tool for a lot of people. So I think a lot of people will appreciate it because it's accessible to everyone, not only people who are tech savvy. It's still being worked on. We still do some testing with that. We still have a bunch of mods to add, some mods to remove. So it's still a work in progress, but so far it's promising.
Will the tool be able to, like, for instance, if you were to install SanVive and one of the mods was to go offline or is paywalled or something, will it simply like bypass that mod, or will it throw up an error? I didn't know if it was smart enough that it could like just continue on and just tell you at the end, like, there's one mod that couldn't download. Because like Wabajack, it will, I might be mistaken, but I think it will download as many as it can, install as many as it can. But yeah, if there's like a dependency, then yeah, it will like won't install the mods that it can't access, if that makes sense.
We haven't really fully tested it. We tested it in a smaller term and it worked more than fine because most of the mods that we tested were not behind paywalls and they were working pretty much good. So in our basic testing, it works fine. And I think we have room to improve. And it's still, as I said, it's still a work in progress. So I think we should let it cook a little bit more till we actually talk about it fully. But it's definitely going to be available in open source as well for people to adjust things and make it better in however they want to make it.
Are you trying to make like a sort of GTA specific, almost Wabajack alternative? Like, could someone theoretically use this tool to download another series of mods, or is it going to be like SanVive?
That is exactly the reason why we're making this mod. Yes, that's one of the reasons why we're making this tool, is because like for example, if someone wants to, SanVive is our own reimagination of GTA San Andreas, you know, thanks to the modders and the community as well. There's been amazing stuff that has been created by the community. So it's like a way of expression. So I think the tool gives freedom of expression for everybody. Like, for example, you want to make your mod and you're like, yeah, I want to share this to the world. The best way to do it would be like, you can add the mods into our loader installer and you can just, you know, share it with people. So that's why it's going to be open sourced. They can do things with that as well. But again, as I said, it's way too early to talk about it because we're still working. We don't know. I mean, with modding, with tools and stuff like that, there's always limitations, especially when we're talking about like things present online. So, you know, we don't want to promise a lot of, like, we don't want to pull a No Man's Sky. You get me? We're going to make sure that everything that we talk about is tested and trialed before we actually bring it into the public domain.
Are you able to briefly talk about what you actually plan for it to be able to do? Like, for instance, does it open each download link sort of in your browser? Do you get to see the website? Does it open and then install automatically? Like, do you know roughly how, like, what the process would be, how automatic it would be, how much manual intervention there'd be needed by the user?
Yeah, I mean, Amir, you know a little bit more about this than I would. So you could talk about it.
That's more in Tony's domain, but okay. When I first tried it, I was shocked. Normally when I try to download a mod, like as an example, white screen fix, a very popular mod. I
13
went
AG, isn't it?
over there. Yep, exactly. I went there, I wrote the mod name, I clicked download. The whole process took me like 5 minutes. It's not that long. You just open the GitHub and download it and paste it over. When I tried it, it took less than 10 seconds to download that mod. I didn't have to touch anything at all. It's just I select the mod that I want, I click install, and it does like a loading bar thing, and it's just there. You don't even have to think about it. Yeah, I was
Another thing
surprised
what
at
we're
the beginning, but
planning,
yeah.
yeah, another thing that we're planning with this
Sorry.
is like, for example, mod creators, they can use this tool as well to, bring e-step access to the people who want to use their mods. Like, for example, they can actually use it to put their mods, they can link their mods on the auto installer. So they can actually just go search their mod up in auto installer, select it, click install, and it's already downloaded and installed in the game. You don't even have to copy and paste files. Pretty much. That's the idea, at least.
And is it
For the whole
clever
installer.
enough is it smart enough to be able to know how to merge things together? Like if a mod author was to search up let's say I made 3 separate mods, or I made 3 mods and
Mhm.
another person made 3 separate mods. So did you say there's going to be like a search field where you can actually search for mods as well?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Interesting. And then it will be able to like basically compare the files if any overlap and determine which one sort of takes precedence.
Yeah, it downloads them in like a sequential order, so like it doesn't conflict with another. Like it has an order of download.
And you're quite confident that this thing, well, you say that it sort of works partially already. Are you quite confident that one day it will just work? As Todd Howard says, it just works.
Yeah. Just however says like it's not a feature, it's not a bug, it's a feature. Yeah, something like that. I'm just kidding. No, yeah, if hopefully it works. Hopefully it brings more people to make mod packs and more people ease of access. So that's basically our intention.
Wabberjack has this cool thing where, like, as you're installing a mod pack, like say Lorerim for Skyrim, it will show like the name of each mod and like a sort of like a background banner. So it's kind of like promoting each mod within Wabberjack, if that makes sense. Are you going to have anything like that?
Yeah.
Like, some mod developers are quite sort of, they like to be credited, obviously. So like, but
Mhm.
do you think you'll implement something like that where they can sort of watch along and see which mod's being downloaded, and that might satisfy the mod creator more if they can if there's like a little image of their mod being installed and stuff like that.
Yeah. So basically, when we started working on SanVive, the major reason for us to work on SanVive was to bring accessibility and credit modders, do it the proper way and not discredit any modder whatsoever. So in the auto installer, you can access their website directly through the auto installer. There's their name. Like whenever you're downloading the mod, it shows that this mod is being downloaded. This is the author and stuff like that. So there's already credit stuff implemented already. It's pretty much done.
Cool.
So yes, they will be credited all the way.
Do you think you'll need to be kind of somewhat skilled at modding and merging before you use this tool? Or do you think that the tool is really going to streamline the process? Like, are you going to have, do you anticipate any sort of manual intervention needed?
Yeah, so for the average user, like the user who uses that tool, he will not have to do anything. It's all already done by the modders for him. For the modders, however, you don't really need to do anything complex. You just need to tell it where to get the mod from and tell it how the instructions, how to install it. If there's some configurations that need to be done, how to do them. You just tell it the instructions and it's just going to follow them as ordered.
I know because in Wabberjack, for example, some mods they have you can pick between multiple choices, like which weapons to install or sort of which textures to replace, things like that. So are you going to have anything like that as well?
Yes. We have a check mark thing. Like for example, in SanVive, we will have there's going to be, Amir, what do you call that thing? Like we were planning on having SanVive Lite and other, snapshots. Yes. So we'll have snapshots. Those are one thing. Another thing is like, for example, someone doesn't want the ragdoll mod. They can just check it off. and just install the game without the ragdoll mod. And someone doesn't want a certain mod, they can just check it off. So we have check marks. So they can just, anything that they want. There's snapshots. If you click the snapshot, that's basically what we would have built. But then if you want to manually go and check off the mods that you don't want, you can do that as well. So that's an option already available.
So let's say, I don't know, 2 years pass and there's a bunch of different mod authors that have their mods accessible through this tool. What, if any, conflict? Let's say you download 2 mods that replace the same texture. Will there be a sort of load order system where, like, the lower the mod is, that it sort of takes priority, if that makes sense?
Yeah, just a little thing. You said textures, multiple texture mods. So these we usually don't handle it using the installer because you don't really have to overwrite files. You can install them in mod loader and change the priority in there. You can add an instruction to change the priority for the mod to be above whatever else.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about. Yeah, that's cool. Like a load order, just like you said. Yeah. So are you calling this tool mod loader, or is that something else? Sorry, unless I'm mistaken.
We're just calling it auto installer. I don't know. We're not clever with names, I guess.
So is the mod loader a
basically
separate
is.
thing, or is yeah?
Mod loader is already a thing that was made.
So mod loader is a new mod type of thing. It's made by Link 2012, and it's a single folder over here. It has the mods in them. But let's say we have a vehicle mod, we can just check it out, and it's gonna have like the installing stuff. So like these are just vehicles, and the mod loader itself is gonna take those, installed in the game in the proper order or whatever. So you just have the mod files in here. Even if you have multiple textures, it's gonna be fine. And at the bottom, we have an INI file with the priorities. Over here, you can add a mod name and a priority right next to it. That's how you avoid conflicts. And yeah, that's it.
Also, one thing that I would say, Amir might say that he's the vehicle guy, but he is an integral part of SanVive. Like, he's been cooking every single day. There's been a lot of drama. He hears a lot of people say a lot of false things about SanVive, like, hey, we're stealing money. But he still, every day he comes in with high morale. He was like, I just like this game. I just want to work on it. And just like him, there was a bunch of talented people who come and work on SanVive every day. And they are genuinely like sad about some drama things that happen and a lot of false information, but they keep continuing what they do. And that's exactly the whole thing about it. Like I told you as well, like we just don't want to be super involved in anything. We just care about this game. We care about the community. We care about our nostalgic childhood. And we want to give people the game in a very stable way as much as we as soon as we can, and as like I hope we actually get it done in no time. So yeah, and Amir is an integral part. He's not only doing vehicles, he's helping us out in breaking limits. He's making tools. He's helped a lot. So he's done a lot for SanVive. So thank you, Amir. Don't downplay yourself. That's what I got. Yeah. Also, one more thing that I think people don't really understand. In SanVive, most of the team are developers, like actual game developers, people who've actually worked in development full time, like software engineers. So if anybody has a misconception about, like someone said somewhere, I'm not going to name no names, someone said 17-year-old Indian kids. So no, sir, we're actually we're actually people who know what we're doing. So please don't defame us like that. Our team is very diverse. I don't know if I mentioned this. We have people from Europe. We have people from Asia. We have people from America. We have people from the Middle East. We have people from everywhere. Most of it is a matriarchy. Most like the SanVive team, like the marketing team head is a woman. 2 management people are women. Our community managers are only women. So basically we have majority of the women are in the leadership of this mod pack. So there's that as well. And they're very professional, very like skilled, and very, very, very nice. And they've been managing the community very nicely as well. So if anybody has a concept about like, oh my God, we have a very diverse team from every single background.
So if Amir primarily works on the vehicles and the tools and things like that, and then you've also got someone called Tony, you said, you've also got yourself.
Yeah.
Obviously, people have been, quote unquote, accusing you of most of the mods being from other people. Like, what do the other people on your team do? Like, what are they sort of devoted to? Obviously, you got like moderators and things like that. But in terms of actually like creating SanVive, modding the game, what does each person do? If you're able to really speak on that.
Yeah, I think everybody plays an integral part in SanVive, because like creating mods is one thing, but testing things, like we are running a lot of mods, and it's not only that, we also have a lot of tasks. Like for example, Amir can make a tool about the GRP thing, but we need people because it takes time to put things in place. Like for example, adding the cars one by one, figuring out which car goes where. Number two, weapons. We have to like figure out, okay, where the weapon's gonna go. Is this like, is this AR nicely placed over here? So we have a bunch of people who have task management, like task handling. So we give them tasks, so they are doing tasks. Managers, basically what they do is they manage every single task. Everything is streamlined. There's project reports. There's weekly reports as well. Everything is like, the workflow is very nice. So then we do the production side of things, like, audio management and stuff like that. That takes a lot of time. So those are also, they might seem very small and not seem like, hey, that's not a mod, but it's still something that is going to be a part of SanVive. Similarly, there are going to be testers very soon. And I think people don't really talk about it, but testing is one of the most important things. If you don't test the game, you wouldn't really know and figure out what's causing problems. So I think everybody in SanVive at the moment, and whoever is going to be a part of SanVive, is going to be as important as Amir or me being a part of this project. So anybody who's saying that otherwise, that anybody, like, there's only 5 modders working on this, everybody has important, like, their place in this.
That's
cool. Yeah. By the way, Amir's a YouTuber as well. You didn't know this? He actually had a bigger channel than I did. Yeah.
Really? That's cool.
He worked on Build a Boat. He's from Roblox.
Really?
Yeah. This is the first time. I told you, like, on SanVive, everybody on the team, this is the first time. Nobody knows us. That's why they have so many misconceptions. The whole team, it's their first time working on San Andreas. Like, some people are from, what do you call it? Some other projects. Like, one of my friends that's working on the auto installer, he does D&D stuff. Like, he's making websites for that. Shiny is Doom guy. Bud. He used to work with what was that game that he was working with?
Dungeons.
The Saints Row people.
Dungeons.
He was making some tools for them as well. What was the company called? Volition. Yeah, Volition. He was also working not directly with Rockstar, but alongside them, I guess, in the 5M things. By the way, Amir. Yeah. Okay, one thing I would say again, Amir, you're here, but I would just say this: I worked with a lot of developers in my life. One of the best developer has to be Amir. Like, anything I give him, I'm like, hey bro, this is a problem. We need to get it fixed. He complains, he whines, he bitches, he mourns. But next day he's like, it's done. So there haven't been a single thing that I've told him to do and he hasn't been able to do it. I don't know what his family fed him, but he's insanely talented. I've never met anybody like this before.
Have you released any mods sort of before SanVive or sort of during? Yeah.
I've never modded before SanVive.
You never modded before SanVive?
The first time I started modding was with SanVive. I haven't modded before it.
Wow, but you've done programming before, have you? Or
I worked on like a bunch of things: web development, game development, random stuff.
What sort of attracted you to San Andreas and SanVive? What made you interested in this project?
Beige's video popped up. I was like trying to make my own modpack, and from there, at first we only did like bug fixes and stuff. We were just making sure the game runs, and he kept telling me to make like about some cool ideas, and I was like, okay, let me get into it because I already know programming, so why not? I got into it and I started with Clio and then migrated to ASI mods, and now we're here.
So you're creating your own tools, but you're also using, like, what would you say, some of the best mods created by other developers over the years?
Oh my God. It's crazy. I mean, the community has given so much love to this game, and we want to give some love back as well. So that's why I think bringing it in a package and put it together when people can actually enjoy and play everything easily I know a lot of people because they haven't been able to experience like a lot of mods together with this and have a stable experience at the same time. So I think it'll bring the community together. It would also showcase a lot of talented modders' works. It's amazing that the community's done amazing work with San Andreas, like, you know. So I think we want to bring everybody's work into the limelight as well.
Right. Well, okay. I think I've covered everything that I want to for this part. If you're happy to continue, but basically, I suppose we should talk about the sort of elephant in the room, the whole ID verification aspect of this of the closed alpha testing.
No. Oh no! What are we gonna? Yeah, of course.
Now you
Yeah.
stopped just shy of stool samples, according to one of the comments on English Friends video. So that's good. That's good.
Dude, I love the comments, dude. They kill me all the time. They're funny.
I absolutely see people's trepidation. I don't think it's necessary, but that did make me laugh. That stool sample.
Some of the comments are funny. I mean, one of my favorite comments on my whole YouTube career is on my 130 plus video. Apparently, my mic quality was pretty crappy on there, right? Someone said, "Now mod your mic," in the comments, and I died. I still love that comment. Whoever said it, bro, come on. I literally, that comment basically made me buy this mic. I was like, oh shit, I gotta. But it was funny. I still look at it and I still laugh at it. It's like, actually, I've saved some screenshot of it somewhere. It's my favorite.
Did you spend all of that Patreon money on upgrading your microphone?
Oh, imagine. No. We didn't even make any. We actually want to talk. I actually want to talk about the Patreon thing. If you want to get into it, like, is it okay?
Yeah, I do want to talk about it. I'm just not sure which order we should talk about the. Do you want to talk about the ID thing first, and then we talk about the Patreon as like a separate topic?
Yeah. I'm okay with that. Yes, as long as you're okay with it. Yes. Anything.
Yeah, for sure. Now, this is unprecedented, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
Why can you like walk us through why you've decided to go down the photo ID and NDA route? Because you're not like a legal entity, are you? You're not like a company. Like, you're not registered. Maybe that's what I should say.
No.
So you've got no legal standing. If someone, so for anybody who's like new to this, basically, could you just explain what you're asking from people, and then I'll ask you some more questions if that's all right.
Yeah, that's fair. So the identity verification was, I mean, first of all, I understand people's concerns whatsoever. Like, everybody who's showed their concerns, they were valid. Like, why would they trust us, right? What's the point? Who am I? Why do they trust me? That just goes out the window. We had some task handlers before, and there were some problems. The problems were basically they joined in, they didn't perform very well, and it actually, like, when the interview process and we got them in the orientation, we gave them presentation like, hey, this is the thing, how's it gonna go? But basically, we wasted a lot more time. So, and another thing is, like, we wanted to make sure that we get people who are a little bit more mature, like 18 plus, to be part of the team. Then the another filter was, like, we want to make sure that they trust us enough so we can trust them with the thing that we've been creating for the past close to 2 years, right? I mean, leaks can happen, but we want to see their trust, and we can trust them as well. You know, you gotta have faith, author. You gotta have faith.
What
we're gonna go to Tahiti and buy a mango farm. So the idea is, like, it was about trust as well, and also about the age. There was another friend of mine. He shared me a concept, and I shared that with another friend of mine, and they said anybody could use any ID, like their brother's ID or their father's ID, and they can remove every detail.
Yeah,
and they can use it like that. So currently, where we stand, the way we went with that was that it's an optional thing. We only have 5 slots available. It's like an optional thing, totally. So you don't have to if you don't want to. Anybody who is 18 plus can make their own decisions. They're an adult. They can make their own decisions. They can either trust us or they don't. And I'm totally fine with that.
But aren't you sort of forcing their hand? You're sort of forcing their hand. You're like, you've got this little thing that you're hanging over people, and you're like, we know you're excited for this. You got to do this thing for us. You basically have to put yourself in some level of danger, of insecurity, in order to be part of it. Like, I don't know. You can say like, oh, it's all about it's all about trust. It's all about you don't have to do this, but you do. Like the binary fact is, you want to play now, you have to part with something. You have to part with sensitive information. I'm talking to you now. I'd consider you a friend. I don't know you that well, but like, don't you think it would be wiser to just talk to people like we are now? Like, if I signed up for the alpha test tomorrow, I suppose, like, I don't know. I'm struggling to see what purpose that would have. Like, to me, it almost seems like an intimidation tactic, because it's like, you're not a legal entity. So if it was to hit the fan and I don't know, let's say someone leaked the pre-alpha build, whether that was footage, whether that was like a full build, if you were to then say, oh, we're going to punish you, we're going to sign you up to a bunch of like stuff like that, like how would you follow up if someone was to leak it? Because the NDA has no standing, does it? So because you're not a legal entity, you're not obliged to necessarily keep people's data secure. But if someone was to leak it, like, I don't know, like there'd be no repercussions for them either, would there? Unless you were to do something with their ID. I can only imagine the reason you want their ID as a form of like, we know like more about you than you know about us. And I don't know, it just doesn't sit right with me. Even though I think there's a level of trust and friendship between us two, I still wouldn't be comfortable. Still wouldn't be comfortable.
Exactly. And that is totally fair. And that's the choice that we give people. That's participation is entirely optional. And as far as the thing is considered, we're dangling the thing. It's gonna be out either way. Okay, it's only 15 days of testing, and that is about it. And also, when you join the tester team, you're becoming the part of the family. So the way we are at SanVive is like a family, right? We know each other. These people for quite a while. I've been friends with some of the people who are working on SanVive with us. I've known them for over 8 years. So it's like more like a family. We support each other and stuff like that.
So have you seen their ID? Like how have you gauged whether you can even trust the people on your team?
No, because it's been I mean, like if you find someone that is entirely new, you have never met them. Like, for example, with you, right? I know you in a certain way that I'm like, okay, this guy's not going to do this. This guy's not going to do that. Most of the people that are going to be applying, we don't know them. They don't know us. You know what I mean? So there's understandably, they will have something like, hey, do we trust them? And with us, we have no trust with them as well, because like, can we trust us with this amount of work that we've put in? They can leak it as well, because we want to make it a surprise, right? So it's like trust on both sides. Understandably, it is I totally get it. I'm not gonna throw it under the table and be like, oh my god, that's so no. The thing is, we gave people an option. If they think that it is fine, they can take part in it. If they don't, it's totally fine. It's like going to a restaurant, right? If you like something, you will order it. If you don't like it, you're like, I'm gonna order something else. Simple as that. Understandably, people are gonna think that, hey, they might leak our IDs and stuff like that, which is, again, I will state it one more time. We don't intend to do anything like that. We're just people in the community. We want to make a mod and make sure that everybody gets it. We just want to have some trust. And as well, how would I say this? Like, so basically that's pretty much the way I think at the moment. But I would say, because it's an optional thing, people can make their own decisions. Second thing is, there are some Discord servers, when you join them for verification, like, you can be a member in the server, but if you want to verify yourself, you have to send an ID. So I've done that myself a bunch of times. All you have to do is cover your legal information. All you have to have a photo and your name, and that's about it. That's how you verify yourself.
On Discord, you mean?
Went with that. Yeah, on Discord.
Yeah, but that's a legal entity, isn't it? So, for instance, in Europe and the UK and everything like that, you've got GDPR. I don't know if you know much about GDPR, but basically, if you're a company operating in the UK or that deals with UK clients, UK customers, Europe as well, I don't know why I'm just limiting it to the UK. If your information was to be leaked by a company you have to agree to GDPR. Like, you have to prove that it's stored securely, the personal information. You have to delete the data on the request. The company has to report breaches within 72 hours, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, although you're not a legal entity, like, and
Yeah,
the chances of you facing repercussions are probably quite slim. How can you promise that the information you're provided is stored securely? Because someone could come after you legally, whether or not anything would actually come of it. That is like an undeniable possibility. If you're storing people's data from Europe, and presumably you've had lots of applicants already, so you might be breaching GDPR already just by the very virtue of the fact that somewhere you've got this data. That is besides the point whether someone's made that decision to share it with you. Any information that can be used to identify a living person is considered personal data. So I don't know what.
Yeah.
Does that
that's. I mean, again, that's a fair argument, and as far as I am, like, as I said before, it's an entirely optional thing to do. If they feel like they don't want to be part of it, it is okay. And another thing, it's understandable that you said that it's like, identification is basically, pretty much we have their data whatsoever. But as far as I'm aware, there was one person who requested to remove their ID. We removed it. We also asked them, like, hey, if you need proof of a concept, like proof, we will, we'll show you. We don't have anything on you at the moment. Everything that we have is stored on the forum. We have not downloaded anything whatsoever. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. And also, there's no reason or no point for us to like leak someone's data out of just because of a mod pack. So that's just like absurd, to be honest. I think that's where the trust comes in, I guess.
Just what is the purpose of an NDA if you can't enforce it and you're promising not to, I don't know, do anything sort of unsavory?
Yeah, I mean, exactly. So basically, the point of the NDA is just like a agreement. Basically, we are not gonna sue, but like, go after someone or sue someone over like, oh my god, you leaked a mod pack or the mods. That's just absurd. Another thing that I think that we should bring to light is because like when we made this ID, this post, and we said ID is required, was also used as a filter because only those people are going to pop in who maybe are going to be more interested and they're more inclined to be like, hey, let's be a part of this team. They probably know me. They want to trust us and they want to trust our project. And we've been very fairly like open about everything. We're always there. We're answering questions and stuff like that. We have been as open as we can be, pretty much. We haven't kept anything. We haven't been doing anything quote unquote shady whatsoever. In that regard, so I think it all comes to trust. If they trust us, that's fine. And again, as I said before, I think there's I don't think the Blade of Potato actually brought this up. And I, by the way, appreciate him and you as well and other people bringing this up to light because, we can learn things from this. Like what we thought about, like, hey, this system is already, in place. So what we can do is like, let this slide. Next time when we do the beta testing, we're probably going to think about a better system that's going to like, get the people who are over 18, we can have trust with them and stuff like that. So yeah,
but isn't trust it's
basically,
don't you build trust through relationships, through getting to know somebody? I mean, you've got a big Discord.
That's way important.
Like,
yeah.
Yes. I don't understand how allegedly paperwork, well, not allegedly, but how is paperwork and ID checks more trustworthy than being like, hey, like, how's it going? Like, oh yeah, you like San Andreas? I love it too. Like, how long have you been playing it? Oh, do you make mods for the game? Like, me and you right now are talking, and you're going to.
I think
you trust someone that way, don't you? Like,
yeah, exactly. That's true. That is 100% true. But at the same time, we also understand that there are some people might be nice at first, and maybe they have some malicious intent in the back of their head. Who knows? So it's just like, I just want to see like, hey, do they trust us or not? But again, as I said, it's a totally optional thing. If you feel like you cannot trust us, just stay away. I'd say listen to English Ben. Stay away from this. Okay? But if you feel like, hey, this is all right, I trust these people. These people are not going to use my information in any illegal way or any way possible. They're just going to remove it. Then you're free to do so.
But doesn't
We
it
are
work both
adults.
ways though? Doesn't it work both ways? Like you want to establish trust, but how can they feasibly trust you not to? Do you know what I mean? Like how are you actually keeping this personal information safe? Like let's say you've had 200 people submit to you their ID. Like what are you actually doing to keep that secure? Are you encrypting it? Are you storing it on a server? Like how are you?
No, at the moment.
Like
No,
if someone
at the
hacked you,
moment,
if someone hacked you, like yeah, sorry, continue.
at the moment, everything like we have kept everything on the forums because I think Google security is okay. So we've stored everything on the forums. We haven't taken anything. We haven't downloaded anything whatsoever from there because we have no reason to. So it's over there. So if anybody requests that we should remove it, we just remove the whole their response to the forum that we made. So yeah.
So it's
So
just
we're
sitting
using
on a
Google right now.
right.
Yeah,
So it's
on the
sat on a Google server, and that's you think that's you put your trust in Google that's not going to get anywhere. But what if someone hacked your account though? Like yeah, it's on Google,
forum.
but
Well,
presumably you could just log in. Like, do you remember that thing that happened I think it was a year or two ago now. Yeah. So there's a guy called Jim Browning, and he is like super technical. Like, I think that's his job. I think he's probably, I don't know, maybe I think he does like network security or something like that. I might be mistaken, but he got an email and his account was hacked, and he was like utterly convinced that the emails he was receiving were like legitimate. This is someone who's probably had like decades of experience in this sort of, in like internet security.
Yeah.
I don't know if someone like him can be hacked. Couldn't you? Like, let's say hypothetically, you've got bakerg@gmail.com. Couldn't someone hack that or try their best to hack it and then access all this info?
The probability.
That seems
there's a
very
probability.
unstable.
That's very that there's a probability. There's a probability of anything happening. Banks get robbed all the time. But the thing is, like as I said, we are not out here. Our intention is not to leak someone's information. We already said that all the information that you have, other than your photo and your name, just block everything else. No addresses, no nothing.
So what do you? What's the bare minimum? Do you need to see a picture of them?
I mean,
what is it you actually want?
I would rather. I mean, we just want to see, like, as I said, a form of ID, the name, picture. That's about it. And to be honest, I'm comfortable showing them my ID when they come in. I'll be like, yeah, bro, just because we have trust, you can have my ID. You can keep it as well. Because to be honest, like I don't intend, me and my team does not intend to leak any information from anyone. We don't want to sell data to anyone. By the way, 200 is a big number. We don't have that many people applied. Actually, we were thinking because of this thing, there's going to be only 10 people who are going to apply, which is going to be pretty good. So we can, there's only 5 slots. It was basically used as a filter. We were like, okay, this is going to filter out people. And it's going to be an easy process for us to be like, okay, dude, that's fine. But no, we do not intend to share someone's data, leak someone's information, leak someone's ID. Because listen, I'm on the internet as well. Okay, I have a personal ID. I wouldn't want that to happen to me, and I wouldn't want that to happen to anybody from the community. So we want to make sure of that. And so far, probabilities can happen. Anything can happen. SanVive can get hacked. Rockstar got hacked. So anything can happen. But so far, everything's safe. We're openly going to delete, like, when people join in, we'll just tell them, like, hey, we've removed everything. We'll actually show them that we've removed everything safely, securely. We don't have any of your data. So that's how it'll go.
I suppose, though, there is a... Sorry, what were you going to say? Finish that thought?
Yeah, I was just saying, like, we don't have any malicious intent. Understandably, I understand people's concern that, hey, there's a probability that they would sell the data, don't stay away, and stuff like this. Understandable. That is 100%. I agree with this.
Listen, there's a big difference between intent and protection. Like, how are you how are you protecting this people's information? Like, or what if someone on your team went rogue? Google Forms isn't exactly
the only person who has access to this is only me at the moment. Nobody else has the access to it for now.
Right. So there's no backup elsewhere. There's literally one email address that is stopping. There's literally one line of defense between like someone going rogue or someone hacking you and lots. It potentially one day hundreds of people's information.
I mean, there's no hundreds, but There's not hundreds, thankfully.
Not yet. There will be one day.
Yeah. Oh, I hope not, because I mean, as I said before, I mean, listen, I wish these things were. How do you say this? We just wanted to have trust. That's the only thing that we wanted to see. And again, the reason why I'm here to talk about these things is because I love criticism. I love people giving creative criticism, like, hey, you've made this. Like, you can actually think of it a better way and do things in a certain way. So I think maybe we'll figure out something better for the beta testing. And also I think it allows more people to be able to join.
Like, if I said to you right now, like, we've spoken long enough, you know me to a degree, you've seen my videos, you've seen me live stream, we've had chats on Discord, voice chat. Would you be confident? Yeah. Would you be comfortable, like, letting me to just have access?
I would be comfortable to let you have access, but as I said before, that in all fairness, people have given their IDs and I want to be fair to them, because, like, if I, for example, give you access and they're like, hey, he got access without giving an ID, that's unfair. You feel me? So I don't want to be unfair to them. That's the only point. Because if I get you in, they're going to have this in their head, and I think it's unfair. What do you think about it? What is your thoughts about it?
What difference would it make if I sent you a photo ID? Like, why is that the deciding factor between me potentially being an alpha tester and me not?
That's a very, very interesting question. And again, like, as I said, I just want to be fair. I trust you. Okay, I know your name. I've seen your face. But let's just say I get you in the team, right? And there are some people who have sent their IDs already, their identification and everything like that, you know? That in my head, at the moment, how I'm thinking right now, at the moment, I feel that's unfair. I could be wrong. I possibly could be wrong, but that's how I feel. So if you think that it's wrong, that's...
I do think it's wrong. I do think it's wrong. I don't think you're personally trying to be malicious. I'm just not entirely sure this is the wisest thing you could do. I don't think you fully thought it through. I think there are healthier. I think there are healthier ways you could do this. Like, hypothetically,
that's why I appreciate a Blade of Potato. He reached out to us because, I mean, the bomb was out, right? The time bomb was out, and I'm like, okay, people already started sending. So what do we do now? But the people who send this stuff, dude, that's gonna stay safe. Anybody who send their ID, bro, don't worry. I'll keep it safe.
But how can you promise that? How can you, like, the best will of the world, you know, how can you actually promise that? You're not registered. You're not legal. They're not encrypted.
Yeah, they stay on. Listen, they stay on Google Forms right now. Yeah, so we can just remove.
So it's one hack. It's one hack away. It's one hack away from being leaked. What you're saying?
I mean, there's a probability, but
probability.
I hope it doesn't happen.
Not a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, if
you think it's probable.
I mean, as I said, like, there's a probability of my fan dropping on my head right now. So anything can happen. But so far, they've sent their stuff and it's safe on there and it hasn't been hacked yet. And that's pretty much it, I guess. I don't know, like, I'm trying to just say this very clearly, that we do not have any malicious intent. We don't want to sell any data to anyone. So that will never be the case.
Yeah, but like English Ben said, it's just trust me, bro, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, I think so. That's why I saw his video and I actually agreed with him. I was like, hey, I understand his points are valid. His points are totally valid when he talks about the ID thing. It's about trust. That's what it is. Trust me, bro. That's what I talked about. It's trust. You get me? Those people put their trust in me. I'll put my trust in them, and trust me, bro. Pretty much. And
it seems quite tentative. That seems quite shaky. Like
it does. I understand it does. And to be honest, hopefully we can get over with this soon, because the ID stuff. Like, I did not. By the way, just saying, in the EU stuff, I'm not from the EU, right? I don't know, because here the way we do things, even if we're applying for an internship or anything like that, even if the company isn't registered, you just send your ID. So we do things here in a different way.
Where is here? Where is
So-
here?
Oh, I'm from Pakistan.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm fairly certain that GDPR it's to protect people in Europe, but it essentially is applied worldwide if a company or if a person or a group of people or an organization has or is storing data from anyone in Europe or the UK. So you are liable.
Yeah.
Now, realistically speaking, if I said, I want to come after you, I want to sue you, you're breaching GDPR, you're living in Pakistan, like the chances are nothing is going to happen. And so for that reason, it does seem quite one-sided. Like, yeah, you could say, oh, well, just fuck it, don't apply. But it's very shaky. It's very shaky. It doesn't sit right with me.
But again, as I said, like our intentions are not to, take someone's ID and leak it. That's never been the intention. But I understand the concern. It's totally valid as well.
But you're a human. You're fallible. You have emotion. If you've dedicated approximately 2 years of your life to being in charge of a team of confident, competent, passionate modders and tool makers, would you, like, best will in the world, would you not feel somewhat like, fuck this guy for doing this? We're going to sign him up to a bunch of whatever.
That's a fair question to ask. But I would never do that. This is my morality would not allow me to mess someone's life up because I would because of a mod pack. That is just idiotically insane. I would be an idiot if I do that.
But you've gone this far. You've gone this far. You've got a team of people. You've got an organizational structure. Mm-hmm. You have a title. Mm-hmm. Like, you're treating it as if it's almost a business. Now, I know you've not made much money from the mod pack. I'm not saying you're doing this for money.
No, we're not doing
this. But it's almost like you're playing dress up. It's almost like you're masquerading as this company. There does feel like there's this power imbalance, we have something personal about you. Trust us. Like, we've never seen your face. I don't know your name. I know you're from Pakistan. Well, I don't actually. You said you are. You're sort of putting yourself out there as this entity, but really you're just a group of people. And even if it wasn't you specifically, someone else could go rogue. Like, have you seen people's IDs of those that are part of your studio, as it were? I know you said not everybody on your team has access to the info build, but like,
I haven't seen anyone's ID. No, in my team, no. So yeah. Again, like as I said, as English Bet said, trust me, bro. But at the same time, the best thing that I can say at the moment is, like, there's no way that we want to sell someone's data or maliciously attack someone for leaking the mod whatsoever. And the reason for asking ID was, number one, trust. Number two, we need to understand that they have trust in us. We have trust in them. They have enough trust that they can send their ID with us, and we can give them the 2 years worth of work. And and the third thing is, like, we want people who are actually passionate enough to be able to fill up the form. So, and make sure that they're 18 plus, pretty much. You get me?
Are you not worried about the backlash that's come from this? Like, I know, what is it, the Streisand effect, the sort of the more you try and stop it, the more likely it is to happen, or like, I know negative press can be good press, but like, do you not feel that maybe you've alienated like some core members of the GTA modding community? Like, do you think there's anybody that's maybe super talented that's now like, nah, I won't touch this with a 10-foot pole?
I mean, understandably, I think, as I said before, I love criticism, number one. I mean, I'm a student of literature. I study literature, English literature. 2023, I got my degree. Basically, I think one thing that came out from all that criticism is that we get to learn things. Plato Potato said it the best way. Like, he said, hey, this is not the nice way. I don't exactly know what he's like. I can't exactly quote him, but he said, we don't want unwarranted attention to this project for this project to be taken down. And at the same time, he said that I want this project to finish, but this is just bringing unwarranted attention to it, which again, I agree. But as I said, the bomb is out. We can either take everything down, be like, okay, we'll redo the evaluation, but what about the people who already applied? Or I think the best solution that I can think about, we just, even though I said it closes on Sunday, Sunday basically. So close it down early. Be like, okay, these are the people here. That's pretty much final, and that's about it. How do you think I should go with it? Because like we're talking about it, and I want to see, and understandably, ID is not the way to go, right?
If that was me,
so now we've done it already. No, yeah, but now we've done this already, and consider it a mistake. Consider it like we should have thought this through, and stuff like this. Even though like in our head and in the way we talked about it, I mean, I personally like how do you say it? In my head, personally, I think that it was fine for them to sign an NDA and show an ID. That's
but it's not an NDA, is it? Because an NDA is legally binding.
It's mostly,
you've got a piece. You've got a page. You've got a piece of paper. It's just anyone could write that.
Yeah, it's going to
doesn't mean anything.
It's more like a agreement, pretty much. So it doesn't have any legal standing, pretty much.
I think you're treading in shallow waters. I think but by sort of masquerading as this entity, you are sort of inviting Rockstar or Take-Two, whoever, GDPR. This whether it will or not, I don't know, but it could come down on you. If that was me, if I were you, I would delete the Google form in its entirety. I would get rid of fucking everything. I would then release a statement on the Discord. I would @ everyone and say, guys, this is a mistake. What we're actually going to do is we're going to actually get to know some of you. It might take a few weeks, and we're going to get people like me, not to be arrogant or egotistical, but you've said you trust me. I know you said you'd still require ID because it's the fairness.
Because of that specific thing. Yes.
Yeah, but no, I think you want to make a mod pack that's like from the fans for the fans, but you've already alienated people before you've begun. When I say begun, yeah. I mean releasing any type of build. Yeah. I think
and that's why I'm here, and that's why we're here. I'm here to talk things through and maybe learn a few things. And I think I agree with you.
I'm excited. Like when I clicked on your channel for the first time and I saw SanVive, I'm like, oh my god, a mod pack for San Andreas. I haven't played San Andreas in probably 10 years. That would be so cool to come back to. And I don't talk on your Discord much, but I drop in probably once a week, once every 2 weeks. I look forward to the weekly posts you used to do.
Exactly. Yep.
And I don't know why you have to treat it like it's this big sort of entity when you could just be like, hey guys, what's up? We're making a mod pack. You want to be an alpha tester? Cool. I mean, surely you must know people. I don't understand, because you must know people in the community already. There must be a few people you can think of. There must be.
Yeah, I highly agree.
If you wanted 5 people, you could probably get them tomorrow. You know what I mean?
No, but the thing is, like, a lot of people that I know are quite, they don't really have time to test, and it's just going to delay the things. You get me? So
what if you then?
One of the things.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm just going to quickly say, like, but what if you just @ed everybody and said, basically, what you've written in that air quotes NDA, couldn't you just put that in the Discord @ everybody and say, hey guys, looking for 5 people, can you dedicate 2 weeks, a minimum of 2 hours a day to this project we're working on? You'll be credited, bloody blah. Like you could have dodged so much flack just by doing that. And friends tell friends and stuff like that. You did that before,
We did that
right?
before.
What happened?
Yes, we did that for task handlers, and as I said before, we did that I understandably, because it's a volunteer project, right? It's a project where people have to make it's not paid whatsoever. No. Because we haven't even gotten paid. If we do get paid from Patreon, everybody's gonna get a share. Pretty much that's how it is. So basically, yeah, we done that before and it didn't work. So we were like, okay, well, let's try it this way then. So yeah, so I mean, there's a bunch of people who already joined, and I think we already have enough testers. I think we can just take it down. We can just be like, okay, we got these people in already. Let's go through this phase, or maybe we can go through what you said. I think that's actually a good idea.
I just
Because
think it would be
I'm generally here to, like, the reason why we're talking here as well, I think, is because we want to remain as clear as we can, right? I don't want to do anything that is shady or anything that looks out of the, like, I generally don't have, and you probably know this, we don't have any ill intent, right? We just want to make a mod pack. Right?
Well, I mean, I don't know that. I have faith, Arthur, but I don't know you that well. You could be a psychopath. I'm not saying you are, but I don't really know you. You could have ill intent. And I think when there are laws protecting both sides, I think it's kind of like a middleman, isn't it? The law is the middleman.
Yeah.
If you go on before Rocket League got rid of the trading, you would have. I mean, it was sort of, you shouldn't really be doing this, but there were middlemen in the community. The law is the middleman, and without there can't be trust. And like, anybody could fake an ID. I could be talking to you now, and we could have a 10-hour long chat, and where we become closer friends and all that sort of stuff. And then I could just think tomorrow, do you know what? I've done all of this just to spite you and then leak the build. Like, I don't know how you can how can you ever truly trust somebody? You can't. And so I think the wisest thing to do would just be to just talk to people. And
I agree. I mean,
like ChatGPT, like Midjourney, like there's so many ways to fake an ID. I could go on Google, put my picture over it. I could send you an ID in the next 10 minutes probably that looked legit, and it means nothing.
Yeah.
If you released this mod 10 years ago, yeah, maybe. Well, probably not actually, because Photoshop's been around for years. But
people fake IDs all the time, so I understand that. Absolutely. So yeah, I agree with you, to be honest, and that's why I'm here. I'm here to, like, I'm open to criticism. We always are, and we're just human. We can make human errors, and I guess this thing, understandably, as I said before, when English Ben has made his video and he said stay away, when Blade Potato came in and he was like, hey, it's bringing unwarranted attention, and now that you bring it up as well, I think it's very fair to reconsider it. What do you think?
Yeah, I would. 1,000%. I think you have to. I think you have to. I think if you want to stay legal, you want to keep people in people's good graces.
It's not even about legal. We want to just make a mod pack, bro. Like, we don't want any unwanted attention, unwarranted. Like, it's just a mod pack. I agree.
So why have other mods?
You know what?
Sorry, okay, go on.
We should actually do that. That's actually a good idea. I should come up to you before. I should have come up to you before to, like, make that's a good idea.
What's the good idea?
Like, the one that you said, we should, like, delete the forum, and
well,
I think that's
pull a No Man's Sky. Pull a No Man's Sky. They were misleading as hell. They showed gameplay, a trailer that was completely fabricated, and then they got back into people's good graces by apologizing and demonstrating otherwise, releasing a bunch of new updates. If you just atted everybody and say, guys, this is wrong, we apologize, we've deleted everything.
Yep.
Still couldn't completely trust that you had, but you've said you had. You've got it in writing. I think that would stand for a lot.
I think so too. I think that is the best way to do it, and we shall rethink this. We should actually. By the way, again, I appreciate you. I appreciate English Ben and Blade of Potato. To, like, I mean, of course, like, as I said, we're open to discussion. We're always there in the chat. We're just a bunch of people coming together, trying to make a good experience for the GTA community. So I think right after this interview, I will remove it and I'll make a statement. I think that's pretty great. And also another thing is, like, about, we just want to make a good game. And that's a lot of things. Actually, that's good. That's very good. I appreciate it, because, again, dude, like, we always accept like I love agreement, like criticism. So I appreciate that you actually brought this up, and I'm going to reconsider this. So thank you for this. Like I give credit to you, Blade of Potato, and English Ben on this one. So thank you. This is why I think these kind of conversations are important, because we don't want to be in the wrong side of the tracks. If I want to,
Hey,
you get that reference?
I do.
So yeah, so basically we want to make sure that community trusts us and we can trust them. And I think the best way, what you said, is to talk to them. So
Absolutely.
I think removing the whole thing, making a statement, which I think should give clarity to everybody. Like, hey, bro, we fucked up. All right, I'm a human. I make mistakes. By the way, not we. I'll take that on me. Okay, I fucked up. My team doesn't have to do any. It doesn't have anything to do with that. That's just my thing. I'll take that on me. My team. Don't go after my team with that. So I think we'll do things right, and I think everybody should be included in the alpha testing. Like they should at least be, allowed to apply. So no matter what the age is, no matter like where they're from, it doesn't matter. No ID requirement. So I think, yeah. And also I think, even though it's going to be a pain for me to deal with, but, yeah, sure. We can, because I know that a lot of people are going to apply. We can go, instead of 5, we can have 10 slots. Why not? It's going to kill me, but okay. We'll be fine. Also, another thing that I wanted to say is like, yeah, I appreciate anybody who brought this up, especially Blado Potato. And I highly value when Blado came in, I said, what your concerns are valid. And there's no reason for people to trust me. I don't get it. Like, why would they, right? It's like, I'm basically nobody on the internet. They don't know me. As you said, we haven't known each other for quite a while to trust you with my ID or anything like that whatsoever. So yeah, those were valid concerns. Similarly, English Ben had valid concerns about this as well. And him saying stay away, when he made that video, I saw his video, and people asked me in my Discord, they were like, what do you think about his video? And I was like, I think the guy has valid concerns. And I agree with him all the way. Shouldn't have taken us this long to, us, again, I say, shouldn't have taken me this long to realize this. As I said, I come from Pakistan and we do things differently here rather than the EU. So we use IDs all the time. So yeah, I think that's a mistake on my part and I own up to it. And because I want to be as clear as possible, I'm open to question, I'm open to criticism, and we just want to make this mod work, and we want to make it inclusive, and we want the community to be a part of it. So yeah, I think, thank you, by the way, Tom,
no worries.
For, bringing that to, because I didn't know that.
Well, my next chapter, if you want to call it a chapter, was going to be controversies. So
yeah,
if you want to,
I would love to address them.
Going off of the back of English Ben's video, but basically there does seem to be some fairly heavy hitters, you could say, in the modding community who seem quite pissed. Like Junior, for example. I'm going to read you some comments. I'm sure you've read them already, but I'll read them again if that's okay.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I'll just call him Junior. It's Junior DJJR, I think. But yeah. I'll just call him Junior from Mixed Mods. Jessica forbids her mods from being used in mod packs, but he used them anyway. Apparently, she contacted you, and months later, you still shared media, including the mods. What do you have to say about that?
Well, when they reached out to me, right? The video that I made on the trailer that we made, right? He reached out, he wrote a big ass letter. The teaser, by the way, yeah. The teaser, they added me on the server. Let's start there because that was the first time we published something on the internet. They reached out, they were like, hey, we do not want our mods in your mod pack. So I was like, because at the time we were starting this thing, we were like, hey, it's a community driven thing. Like we're getting things together with modders, and we had so much support from different modders and stuff like that. We had some YouTubers very interested. All the community was like, pretty chill And in my head, we thought that, okay, if we credit modders, that's going to be totally fine. Because we actually have systems in place that's not only crediting the modders, but actually honoring them as well. Like we have made a system that basically, it's a credit system.
In what way? How does that work?
I mean, it just works like, there's like all the people that have contributed to SanVive. Yeah. They will have, like how would I explain this without showing you? There will be an option and through, like if you go to the options, there's a credit menu. You can open it up and you will see all the authors and you can write their name down. You can access their sites directly through the game. And you can support them on Patreon and stuff like that directly in through the game.
That's
so
cool.
It's like an honorarium. Yeah. So like everybody there, like there's people whose mods we've used, they can directly access to their mods from in the game. They don't even have to leave the game. So this is the thing. Name by author. You can open their mod from here. You can click their link. You can click name author. For example, this is, let's just say Artem.
Yeah.
And you can change things here as well. Where you have to just put some memes here. So we'll have a search bar.
Yeah.
Anybody who has contributed for SanVive credits, we will search his name. Let's just say Artem. It's going to show up his mods. The name is going to be the mod name. You would click here because it's the clickable thing. Right now we don't have a link to this. We have to still add things. You click here, it'll take you directly to the mod. And this is gonna, by the way, this is just a demo, right? We're still working on it. It's gonna scroll down just like, this is awesome. See?
Wow.
Author 1, Author 2, Author 3, Author 4. So all the names. So if you want to search Artem, you click on Artem, all the Artem mods are gonna show up. You open this, you click on some cheeseburgers, everybody's mod is gonna show up. And
do you know what you should add? Do you know what you could add? If anybody has like a PayPal me or a Ko-fi or whatever it's called, Ko-fi.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
That's included, yes.
That's very cool. I'm very impressed.
So, there will be a search bar as well, so you can write their mod, and yeah. So that's that. I reached out to her, and I was just trying to talk to her. I was like, "Hey, it's a community project, and we want people to get easy access to the mods." She said, "I don't want to hear it. I just want you to remove the mod." I said, "Say less." Done. I said, and I'll say it again. I said, when SanVive releases, there will be no mods from Jessica included in SanVive.
Right.
So that was the thing for the teaser we did. Remember when we were talking, I said that it took us 6 months to make the trailer of the video?
Yeah.
It took us 6 months to make the trailer of the video, and we basically, we posted the video 2 months later. And we were like, hey, we already included Rosa in the trailer. It's already done. We're not going to throw all that effort that we put into this. Because the reason why it took us 6 months to make the trailer was because like it started off very early on. And at the time, the game was not stable whatsoever. So it would just crash every 5 minutes. So anytime we would record anything, it would just crash. It was just a hell of a pain. And to be honest, I wasn't dealing with the pain. It was Nicefy. Nicefy is one of the best guys when it comes to making trailers or editing and stuff like that. Very good. So, and then he was also recording at 4K. So I don't know how that was causing problems, but it was having a lot of problems with that.
But could you not have written something like, unless you did already, I'm not sure. Did you write anything like, all mods showcased here are subject to change or removal or anything like that? Work in progress, anything like that? Because if you release a trailer knowing that someone wants you to remove the mod, and maybe you had by that stage, but if the trailer shows something that someone has said don't put in there, I don't know. I think the least you could do or could have done is or even in like the comment section, you could have maybe pinned a message or put something in the description to say that any mod authors that recognize their mods or any mod authors that, or we're still looking for permission. So anything you see is subject to change, basically, long and short of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's been people who asked. I mean, there's nothing. The way we did it, and if I go there, if I read the description, I mentioned every single modder. There are links. If you check the description of the trailer, there's links for every modder that whose mods have been showcased, and we said go support, respect, and
But
like,
if
what else would I
it's
say?
but if it's in the trailer, if so, like the Rosa Revolved, I think it's
Yeah,
called.
yeah,
If that's in the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
trailer, people are going to think, well,
Mhm.
this person
People are gonna
consents
think,
to
yeah, yeah,
having their mod. Yeah, exactly.
yeah. So yeah. So with that, I was like, okay, we were very clear after that as well. And then Junior made a big message. He was like, hey, these mods are. She was told. You guys were told that she doesn't want your mods to be, like her mods to be in your mod pack.
Yeah.
And to that, I went to the server, and I said, hey, listen, bro, this video took us a while to be made, and I assure you, there will be no mods from Jessica in our mod pack whatsoever. So, like when it releases, you won't see any Jessica mods, and also now no more Junior mods as well, pretty much. So when the mod releases, there won't be any Jessica mods or Junior mods.
Right.
So that's pretty much. It's already settled. It was settled back in, I think, a while ago since the teaser trailer came out.
And
We already settled that.
they definitely saw these messages from you.
Yes, they
And
did.
So it's kind of
Yes, I
unfortunate
talked
or uncalled for that they commented that on English Ben's video, even though you've already said.
One thing that I've made myself very clear that we're not gonna include Jessica's mods.
Yeah.
Into the and also in that time there's a guy, his name is MP Paco. He already states that he doesn't want any of his vehicle models to be in any mod pack. So we were like, okay, that's fine. We respect them. And there's been people that come up recently. They came up to us. They were like, hey, are you okay with removing mods if people ask you? I was like, yeah, that's their mods. Of course, we will remove them. So yeah, that's that. But I think that we can make recommendations. Like, for example, if we recommend Jessica's mods, like if putting the mods in a video would be like, hey, these are mods. Like, for example, if I make a video, right? I make a video and I say, hey, these mods are by Jessica and they are not a part of SanVive. So for you to be able to get them, go get them separately. Well, they're not a part of SanVive.
Yeah.
Would that be fair?
I think so. I mean, some people make compatibility patches, don't they? So like for me, I made a video a year or two ago about Dying Light, and one of the mods I covered, the video was about basically how to make the game more of like a hardcore survival horror, make it scarier, make it more challenging. And there's an amazing overhaul called Night Runner mode made by this guy called Fear. Apologies if this is wrong, misinformation. I think from memory, he doesn't want his mod to be included in like another pack, which I totally understand because he uploaded it to the Nexus. It's like a gigantic overhaul. It covers pretty much any aspect of the game you can think of. But I did make compatibility patches for some of the simple mods I made for the pack. Well, sorry, not for the pack, but for the way I play the game. I'm using his Night Runner mode, then I'm adding my own mods on top of it. So I've released a few, with his permission, simple compatibility patches like, hey, download this simple file, replace it, and it will include both my changes and his changes. Do you know what I mean? So you could, I don't see the harm in making compatibility patch because it's not included with the install. You're giving them credit. It's like, here if you want it. I suppose, is it about hosting? Like, are they hosting it on a website that they make money from? Like the Rosa Revolved or whatever it's called? Like, is the only location to download it, does that have ads? Because then if you're hosting it, are you going to rehost other people's mods or are you going to link directly to where they've already hosted it?
I mean, I am not working on an installer. There's a guy who's working on an installer, so we have to check. It's still in work in progress, so I cannot confirm or deny. I don't know. We'll check on that later.
Yeah. If that was me, I would see if there's a way that you can download it straight from the source, because
I mean, it's gonna be from the source.
But like, so, I don't know. Find it if there's anything financial. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, like, we'll figure it out. Also, another thing is like about the compatibility patches. We can definitely do them. Like currently, the version of SanVive we are running with their mods, right? For the reason for compatibility patches because there could possibly be some other mods that could conflict with them. You get me? This is not released yet. This is just a version that we're working on. So, but when we release, there will be no mods from Junior, no mods from Jessica either.
I see what you mean.
In the release. Yeah. So if there's if there's a conflict that their mod have with another mod, we can fix that conflict. So whenever anybody gets their mod separately, they wouldn't really have to deal with that problem from our end on that side. But then later on, because I mean, eventually, if we do stop support, they would have to support it. Because I mean, I don't know how long we're going to be able to support it. You know, the current version of SanVive that we have, we are using Jessica's mods and we are using Junior's mods.
Right.
And because we're not publishing them, right, we're just using them.
Yeah.
Just to make compatibility, like make sure that they are compatible with other mods that people like we have other modders have allowed us to use and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but let's just say we release SanVive without Jessica's mods, and later on she makes an update that breaks the game. You get me? Because it's not fully released yet. There's updates and stuff like that. So
yeah,
we can possibly have patches in place already.
Right.
But let's just say there's something else that we haven't really patched that has an issue, and we're not there to support it. I think the author would have to do it if they want their mods to be included with SanVive, I guess.
If the only way to download that is through their channel, like Mixmods, for instance, and you've made a compatibility patch, you wouldn't be downloading it from the source, would you? So that could be a grey area.
No. So basically, the idea would be like so. The mods that they have, there would not be a single mod from Jessica in our list that we're downloading from somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. And we will have probably maybe on the server somewhere, we can put it like, hey, if you're getting this mod, you can just download this separately as a patch. You get me?
Right.
Yeah. So it's going to be a bit manual. Not really like a fully auto thing then.
But where would they be downloading it from, though? Because if you've made the patch, then, well, they're not going to host it on their website on your behalf, are they? So you're almost bypassing downloading it from the actual author of that mod. Unless I'm missing something obvious. It's quite late, so I'm quite tired. You must be tired too.
It's like 4 a.m. at my place.
Jesus.
I don't get it. What was the question? One more time.
Well, unless I'm missing something obvious, if you're making a compatibility patch, they're not going to host the patch on your behalf on their site. So it would be impossible to download it would be impossible to download the mod from the source. Do you know what I mean? I suppose what I'm saying is, like, you know, some modders want to be compensated for their work, whether it's financially, whether it's word of mouth, shouting them out, crediting them, basically. So if you've made a compatibility patch for a mod where the author has said, do not include this, well, that's fair enough because you haven't included it by default. But if you've gone as far as to create a patch, well, then you're going to have to host that version of their mod elsewhere. So that would still piss them off, wouldn't it?
I mean,
I think, at least.
Yeah. Yesterday, someone asked me a question that something similar like this. And to that, what I answered is like, if a modder has taken their mod down from SanVive, and so either we can host something, sure, but I didn't answer. Okay, I'll exactly say what I answered to them. I said, like, if they take it down, then it's between them and the community. If the community tells them, hey, can you make patches for SanVive, then it's their choice, it's their decision. We stay out of it. We let this between community and the author themselves, not with SanVive. Because that mod is not included with us, so it has nothing to do with us.
Right.
I think that's the best way to do it, in my opinion.
All right, then, cool. So just TLDR, basically, the comment that Junior left saying that she forbids it, you still used it. Your response is that the trailer was already made. you can confirm that it's no longer, well, it is still part of the mod pack, but you haven't released it yet, so that's not a problem.
Yeah. I said this very specifically. Like when it releases, Jessica's mods and Junior's mods included aren't going to be in the release. Yes.
That must be a lot of work for you though, because if you the right thing is obviously to ask for permission for most of these, if not all of them. Like if you've gone to the effort to combine them all, what has been your process behind like getting permission, or are you just installing anything you deem appropriate and then removing it if someone has a problem with it? Because another comment on that on English Ben's YouTube video was let me quickly get it up.
The guy with the gesture, I think.
Yeah, the person who made the gesture, was it Blau? Blaue? I might be mistaken.
I don't remember, but I remember reading the comment, yes. And that's the way it is. Like basically, we did reach out to not everybody. Like Artem, I reached out to him. Puma, he gave his mod to me directly. He's like, hey, there you go. Void, I reached out. I was like, hey, bro, can I make some adjustments to your mod? He's like, it's okay. But if you see there, because there's so many modders, and Cheeseburgers, his mods that we're using. But either way, if you see your mod in SanVive and you want it removed, you just come up to us and just we're gonna remove it, no problem.
Okay, well let's use a gaming one. What's that game that's coming out soon? I think Bungie are making it. Is it called Marathon or something? I think some artist that wasn't paid or something was they found Bungie to be using their assets without permission or without payment or something. I suppose what I'm saying is like, because you have a Patreon, could you not profit off someone's work without their permission? Like it might just be as simple as a car or a gun or a skin or a texture or a hoodie. Yeah. But like if you've included something that you've not had permission for and then there's people supporting you by paying, I don't know. That seems grey to me.
I mean, that's, I think, a different way of thinking it. I think support, first of all, how I see it. And it's like basically, first of all, again, that is optional, totally. You don't have to, the mod is going to be free. You don't have to pay us whatsoever. I mean, as far as I know, there's a few modders that I've reached out to, and they've been okay with it. They're like, you can use our mods, but not all of them. Like I cannot list every single one. There's a bunch, but not all of them, because it's sometimes hard to find everybody, like their contact details. Sometimes people don't reply. So I think the best way currently, I mean, I've reached out to as many as I could. I mean, I can even more if I try.
Yeah.
Because we're just fixing compatibility. There's so many things going on at the same time. But I think we should. But if you do see your mod on SanVive, you are free to come over and tell us that, hey, I don't like you using this mod in your mod. By the way, it's 5 a.m. Please, it's fine. So
no worries.
Yeah. So
do you want to postpone another day, or are you happy to continue, or do you
want
to postpone?
No. It's all good. I like talking. So if they do say that we want our mod removed, we would happily do so. There's no major issue with that. There was actually somebody who reached out to us, and they said, this was a while ago, and they said, hey, there's this texture that I saw on the helicopter in the trailer, and I have not authorized you to use this. And I said, hey, and this was after the trailer was live. And to them I said, hey, this is from Rosa, because we don't use Rosa anymore. So you go talk to them, contact them. You get me? Yeah.
Oh, so they've seen their texture and it's actually a part of Rosa. So it's actually.
I think so. Yeah.
I see what you mean. Okay. Yeah.
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 Yeah. It must be difficult because, like,
it's very difficult.
If you use a pack from somebody, they might have taken an element from another mod. You know, you could be like, I mean, you could be spending years on this. You can never get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because like there's so many things that are people. I think I kind of like it. Like it's like Watch Dogs community. You know, there's so many things in the similar packages and stuff.
Yeah.
But I do hope that modders let us use their mods, bro. I highly appreciate them for letting us do, use their mods, and we will properly credit every single one of them as much as we can, and we appreciate every single one of them as well for creating mods, taking the time out, and we want to respect them as well, like show them respect.
Yeah.
Even if they respect it, even if like they asked to remove the mods. The only reason I remember, see, the problem with Jessica and Junior, I don't mind if they were just stating like, hey, remove our mods respectfully, I will do that. There's been this person, MP Paco, they wanted their vehicles removed. I said, no, say less. Done. No problem. That was a while ago.
Mhm.
So, but the thing is, like, the only problem that I have with Jessica and Junior is because they have tried a lot of things to dehumanize us, make us look like some sort of thieves, that we're stealing stuff. We're, asking for money from people that you should pay to buy SanVive. We're not selling anything. Everything's going to be free. The problem that I have is like, they have lied about a lot of things that we've done for no reason whatsoever. And they talk about us as if like we're some evil organization or something like that, which is like, bro, we're just making mods. We're always active. We're always on calls. We're always talking to people. We're always texting back. We're always trying to be as nice as possible. You've been on my server. You've met some of my friends, and you can probably tell that it's generally a nicer place to be in. So basically, it's just a terrible situation that they have tried to demonize us just because we have used their mods. And also at the same time, I've also stated not once but multiple times to them that we are not going to use your mods. And then even then, Junior, and he still pops in to comment sections as if like I told his father to like leave his mother. I was not the guy. Probably somebody else. Okay, not me. Like, I swear to God, leave us be. We're not going to use your mods. We're not going to use Jessica's mods. We don't want to talk about you. Somebody asked them, so it's a paid mod? And they said that, Junior said this. He's like, it's paid, it's NDA, and you have to give an ID. When did we ever say that? It was just for alpha testing. When the game is going to, like the mod pack is going to release, it's going to be entirely free. You don't have to give it anything.
Just to interrupt you for 1 minute. Just to clarify, you're not paying, you're not expecting payment for the alpha testing. You don't have to pay a thing to become an alpha tester.
Oh, no.
No. I didn't think so, but just the way you worded that, it
that
seemed
would be
that could be misconstrued.
No,
That's all.
Oh, that would be terrible. No, whatsoever. So that would be terrible. No,
yeah, I agree.
Whatsoever. And also, we made sure that even the people who have donated us, we are not giving any early access. And he has said that it's behind, if you read the comment that you read, he said it's behind a paywall. They have paywalls. We do not have any paywalls. You are basically just lying at this point. And not only lying, you're actually, discrediting a lot of things that we've done. It's not, it's so childish, I think. It's so childish. Every time, have you seen that episode from Courage the Cowardly Dog? Where the curse of the Rams, he's like, return the slab.
I've never seen that show.
Oh, you should watch that. He's always like, return my mods, my girlfriend's mods, or stuff from my bro. I don't need your slab. I do not need your mod. It's fine. Take it away. Don't be on our dick. I swear to God. And also, not only this, he has been in a lot of controversies as well. If he wants to talk about it, he was banned from GTA forums. And allegedly, they claim that he has stolen mods from their site and put it on his site, which is interesting. There's Cleode. By the way, Cleode people are very chill. They have the community pack. His mod is called one of his mods that we really like, but we're not using any of his mods at the moment. And I don't think we can because like there's not enough TXTs, bro. But he's a pretty good talented modder. They had issues with him as well because they say community pack steals some things from proper fixes. So there's some things going on over there as well. So they have issues with them. SNS community, I've known SNS community for over a year now. They have hung out with us. We played GeoGuessr together yesterday or the day before yesterday when you were in the VC with us. There were some people from the SNS in the VC, and we were playing GeoGuessr. Those people are all very nice. They have been very helpful. The mixed mods community, I mean, not the whole community, it's just like these two people, they're tyrants, I think. They seem like tyrants. People have made websites about them, and I don't think people have talked about them enough. It's very hard to talk to them, first of all. I think their social capacity, like I think when Junior goes out in public and someone says hello to him, he just says 0, 0, 1. Like he starts talking in binary. I don't think he has the way. I'm sorry. Because the thing is,
okay.
like, when you talk to them in a way, they always become defensive, deflective. You cannot have a reasonable argument. I've never really want to argue with them. But I've told him time and time again that, bro, do not say this. He says that it's one of the most less toxic community in the whole GTA, hemisphere, whatever. There was this guy, he reached out to me and he was asking some questions about the recent controversy or whatever you want to call it. We answered him very, professionally. We're like, hey, these are the things. If anybody wants to remove the mods, we can remove the mods. No, we're not taking money for anything. Everything's going to be free. And the ID thing, we're still figuring it out. And by the way, again, thank you for that one. So we already have figured it out. So, and he went to Mixmod server and he was questioning Junior that, hey, why are you lying that this is paid NDA and you need to provide ID when the mod hasn't been released yet and it's going to be free? After back and forth, they banned him.
Really?
So, yes. Not only that, one of our team members, Ifarbud, he was talking on a different server about Junior that he's stolen mods, allegedly. Again, I am not a part of any drama. I don't have any evidence for that, but that's why I'm alleging, right? So they got banned, even if they weren't in the server. And Jessica, she keeps saying, which is annoying, she says, oh, they have the radio mod. Oh, they have the radio mod. My guy, it's not the radio mod. We have other things too. If you don't know about it, please stay quiet. We don't talk about you. They keep adding me as well. She keeps adding me, hey, this person doesn't, I don't care, bro. Just mind your business. I swear to God.
What is the radio mod?
The radio mod that we have for SanVive.
Oh, I didn't know you were. I suppose it is a mod. Yeah, you mean like a custom radio station?
SanVive radio, yeah. So,
does she have a problem with that or something? Or
no, they think that the only thing we've made is a radio.
And sorry, I see what you mean.
We're scamming people because we have taken all the mods from her, and she also says that if my mods are not there, the mod pack isn't good enough. I mean, but she said something around those lines. Don't quote me on that, but something along these lines, because she said the visual fidelity is not there, which is like, okay, bro, fine, your opinion, congratulations, clap, clap. I mean, again, I don't want drama. It's just like some people need to, tell these people like, bro, you gotta chill. You're not tyrants, okay? You're just modders. Just let people do their thing. If we aren't using your mods, you can have opinions about us, but do not go out of your way and try to dehumanize us, or insult my team or insult our work, because I will never insult their work. I still think Junior's urbanized project is pretty good. Okay, his mods are very nice. Same with Jessica, and I'm definitely not saying this just because Junior is like, oh, don't use them. No, that's not the case. The only problem that I have with Junior, listen, bro, you are in your full right to hey, don't use my mods. I'm not going to use them. Okay, it's fine. But I have a problem when you actually go out of your way to misinform people about us, that we are selling mods, or we're stealing things, we're thieves, or that's just like a low blow. And we're just here, taking time out of our lives, busy lives. We've been through a lot of things as well. but we don't talk about it much. We've spent day to day fixing mods, working on this project every single day. We join in with happy faces, and we interact with the community every single day. And we're making this for you, for the community. And there's no smoke and mirrors. There's nothing shady going on. That's why I'm doing this interview, and I think I've been as genuine as I can be, and I've been as honest as I can be, and I've corrected myself, and I will continue to do so, because it's not only about me, it's actually about the community. I care about this community, because GTA San Andreas is one of the games that I think the way I am today, or even my English, is because GTA games and stuff like that. So I'm definitely going to honor that. I'm not going to be a overlord and be like, oh no, our mods are this, or no, never, nothing like that ever. So I'd say he should do the same. He should be a little bit more humble. He should go and talk to people. He should actually, have conversations about, and even be open to criticism sometimes.
I guess the next comment on English Ben's video was, it's not enough that they're making a mod pack mostly composed of mods that they didn't create to begin with, but turning it into a profit generator with ludicrous amounts of money per month and asking for your legal details is beyond anything reasonable. Anything you want to discuss with that?
I
know we talked about the Jester earlier, but rest.
I remember him joining our server, and he joined our server, and he talked to me a little bit, and I tried to clear things up with him. He talked to Purple most of the time. I forgot what he said though on the server. From the top of my head, I don't really remember what he said. The only thing that I remember is okay, we'll remove the Jester. And also, my friend, as far as the profiting thing goes, if I was doing this for money, I think I'm better off doing YouTube, because the amount of money we've made off of this is basically, I'll actually show. I'll give my details to Tom right here, so he can actually show you. So I'm totally transparent, how much we've made. We've been working on this project for about close to 2 years, right? And it is a community-driven project. The reason why we have the Patreon in the first place is because some people reached out to us when we did the 130 plus mods, and when we started this, they were like, "Hey, we like your project. We want to support you." Because there's some effort that goes into this, right? Not some, that there's a lot of effort that goes into this, because we're figuring out mods. Sometimes we are in the VC for 12 hours a day. Sometimes we're just sometimes I'm pretty much staying up all night, figuring things out, testing things. So it's a lot of effort. So people were like, "Hey, we want to support your effort." At first we had no concept of making a Patreon. By the way, I have to let you know this very importantly, and I think the community should know as well, that for the first 6 months, we were working underground. We weren't making any money. We were giving the same amount of work to this project without any money whatsoever. We were still working. And we always had this idea that the modded pack is going to be free. And once we started making updates on the server, that's where people said that, "Hey, is there a way to support you guys?" And then we were like, okay, some people want to support us. It's an optional thing. We can include it because, why not? Because there's a bunch of people working on this. And one of the reasons, if I'll actually send you the picture as well, I was like, hey, we can actually, one of our head devs, he owns a very old PC. It's a very old laptop, and he's one of the greatest guys, amazing guys, right? So we're like, okay, any money that we own or get, we'll just buy the developers some equipment. I don't need the money. I have a job. I don't really need the money out of the projects as well. So we'll just get them some systems, because they're putting effort into this, and it's a good thing for them to do. So when we make the Patreon again, I think it's a support thing. People, misunderstand it. And I think, Tom, that as well. Some people think that it's donations doesn't mean that you're selling something for the most part. I'm not selling anything. We're not selling even tiers. When I'll get to that in a second. So yeah, we're not making ludicrous money. If you really want to know how much money we made, there's 40 people in the team, right? So on and off, pretty much. So if I divide the money we made in the 2 years, it's $15 each. So for $15, we've done all this work. Listen, I made the video on 130 plus mods. And it took me 2 months of work, and it was mostly fun, but I decided to make a video. And it took me like a week or maybe 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. And I made over $800 on that. So 2 weeks of work made me $800, and 2 years of work got us $15 per person. And also, we haven't even seen that money. That money didn't reach to our pockets. And the trailer that we put out in the past 5 months has only made $100. And that's pretty much we've made less money on this project than I've made singularly on that video. So I think if I was in it for the money, I would be making YouTube videos, not mod projects. This is just a passion project, my friend. And if anybody thinks that we're doing this for money or fame or whatever, then I think shame on you. Not on us. Currently, we have about 7 people who are paying us monthly, and we're making $54 a month. And again, if you divide that with 40 people, it's like, is a points figure. I don't know how much that becomes, but yeah. So
I'm terrible at maths.
Yeah, same. No wonder I chose literature. So the thing is that it's not for money, man. It will never be for money. The only reason the Patreon is up there is if it is totally entirely optional. If you want to support, if you feel like, hey, these people are doing something that's nice, it's fine. If you don't want, the mod pack is going to be free either way. All you have to do is wait patiently, and everybody is going to get it. I don't know.
I know that there's a modder called Raised who created, is it Natural Vision? Yeah, yes. I don't know if you'd call it paywalling, but I know like new builds are exclusive to Patreon, or at least they were for a time. Are you planning on paywalling any SanVive updates, or are you just gonna, there's a new update, you'll release it to the world?
That's a very interesting question, and that's a good question, because I actually forgot to actually talk about it. The idea that we had with SanVive is because, back in the day when you had PS2 games, you did not have any patches, no updates, no nothing. We want to have something like that. Once you get the SanVive game, that's it. Like, there's not going to be any more patches and stuff like that, unless some modders do it. Again, everything will be open sourced. They can make patches for it and stuff like that.
But what about alpha and beta builds though? What about alpha and beta builds though? Before it's released, are you gonna be not gatekeeping? Are you gonna be paywalling any pre-release builds?
No, never. Even the people who have paid our tiers, it's very clear on our Patreon as well that we never ever state that anything is behind paywall or any beta version or any. No, the mods are gonna release. Everybody's gonna have it the same day. I think there's gonna be. Okay, maybe we might give the mod out to maybe a content creator, just so we can, keep up with a mod, and that's it. Not the public. It's not gonna, and also it's not gonna be paid as well. You get me? So they can just make content on it if they want. But other than that, like, how would I say this? Nothing is gonna be paywalled. So anything the Junior's saying, my G. He's lying. He's speaking out of his ass. Don't listen to him. They're just like, they have been annoying us for no reason, bro. We're doing something for free here. We don't want money. Like, even I'm telling people, don't pay us money, bro. If you only think that we're doing something that is like okay for the community, then do it. If you don't think, then you don't have to. And I know there's some people that are gonna be like, why don't you remove your Patreon? Bro, there are some people who genuinely will text me, be like, hey, we want to support you. So that's for them, not for you. It's a totally optional thing. So yeah, we are not here to make money. We're not here to steal anyone's mods. We are basically the reason why SanVive exists in the first place. I can zip up mods and give it to, like, I could be a nobody, right? I can zip all these mods. I would have not made a whole fuss about it, make trailers and stuff, because you obviously know that I don't care about money. I would have done that. I would be like, and gone. But I didn't because I genuinely care about like, the modders should be credited for their awesome work. Dude, there's so many people like Artem. They work their ass off on their mods, and I think, um, amazing mods like Cleode, he's killing it. Similarly, Void is pretty amazing. Puma is insane. There's people who work their days off on a mod, and I think they should be properly credited. I think they should be respected. They should get a lot of support, and that's one of my plans as well with SanVive. Like, I hope we can generate support towards them as well. If we get to the top, we bring them to the top with us, and we want to be supportive to the community. Like, if they need our help, we will always be there. If we need them, they always have been there. So yeah.
The next one is from Blado Potato saying, this mod team has made so many questionable moves since the project's inception. Could you elaborate on that? What do you think you might mean by that? Has there been any drama? I mean, obviously we've addressed since the start of the mod, so since you announced SanVive.
I mean, maybe he's referring to Jessica demanding, because there's been a lot of modders that have reached out to us and a lot of people who already know about SanVive's existence. The only issue that we've had so far, like major, like I wouldn't even consider drama, has been Jessica and Junior. We have never had issues with anybody else. People have always been very respectful. The community members have been very nice. Content creators have been very nice, including Blado Potato as well. Like, he's been very kind to us as well. So yeah, and he was actually very excited for the mod as well, and I hope he still is, because we're not stopping anytime soon. I think he's referring to that drama, and I think he's valid on, again, as I said before, he's valid on stating this as well. I 100% agree with him. Blado is, understandably, there are some things that we've, I mean, this one ID thing. Before this, I don't remember what could have we done, because we already moved. We said that we were going to remove Jess's mods.
He said so many questionable moves.
So many, I don't know. I mean, I hope he lists them, but not that I can think about. We have been open from day one that, hey, the mod pack is going to be free, and we always, like, if you read our updates, if you can be so kind, if you can go and check the updates, in every single update that we've made, we always said, like, this mod pack wouldn't have been possible without the modders, so we thank them and we want you to support them, and everybody was going to be credited equally, so I've said this before in every single update. You see all the updates, I've said that. You followed the updates as well, right?
Yeah.
So I've said this always, and we've always stated that this is going to be entirely free. You don't have to pay a single dime to be able to get this. And I don't know. I think the ID thing should be one thing that I might, if I say so myself. Other than that, we never had any drama. We haven't had any problems with anyone other than Jessica and Junior. And that was like Jessica and Junior were just asking for the mod removal, and that's about it. But they were also like demonizing us, but we were never involved in that. The only time I talked to Jessica or Junior was when they talked about removing the thing, and that's it. Other than that, like, nothing. But the ID thing, if he's talking about the ID thing, then that's valid. I agree with him, by the way. I agree with you, Blado Potato. On that one, that was a bad move from my part. Now my team, that's me. Okay? So that's me. Blame that on me.
Fair enough. All right, then the very last question. Those Patreon tier prices are wild. People seem to be quite angry and bewildered at how the Patreon prices are tiered. Correct me if I'm wrong, not to speak on your behalf or seem like I'm picking sides, but as far as I understand, and I hope this is right, let's say you hypothetically subscribe to the Platinum tier, which is the most expensive one. That gives you several things, including you can you can have like what would you call it, like a trial to see if you're...
Audition for the radio.
Audition. Yeah, I couldn't think of the word. Yeah, the audition. Thank you. You can like audition for the radio. you would only have to pay that once. You could pay once and cancel, and you'd still be eligible. Is that right? Or
Yeah. So there was this one guy. He came in. And he was like, "Hey, if I'm paying, I just want a license plate. Is it okay?" And I was like, "Yeah. If you pay once, you're gonna get it." And then, by the way, if you go into my server, we currently only have 7 paid members, right? If you go to my server, the people who paid only once for our donation, they still have the role. We never removed it because like, why would we remove it? Like, if you support it once, you don't have to overdo it. Like, there's nothing per month thing. If you want to do it, sure, go ahead. But I would suggest I do it on a lower tier. $60 too much. But no, it's okay if you want to just. Oh, by the way, another thing, we are not selling anything. Okay, when we could have had tiers like $10, $20, $30, and $60 without giving anything. Just anything you want to support. I thought that, hey, it's going to be a nice thing to do a nice gesture. If someone's paying this much money, we do something good for them. So that was a decision on my part. We're not selling anything. When you buy a tier, don't think that we are selling this to you. A lot of people in the mixed mod community, I don't want to throw a whole community down the bus. Not everybody. Some people have said that we are selling things on Patreon. Like, I don't exactly, because it's too late in the morning, but one thing someone said was like, for you to be in the radio, you have to like pay for this much money. Like, you have to be, then don't. You don't have to. You are not obliged to. It's,
Yeah. What would you say to those that say, oh, well, that's really out of order, or that's unacceptable, that you don't even get a guarantee to be put onto the custom radio? It's only an audition. So like, you're basically, it's kind of like gambling. Well, not gambling, but like maybe loosely you could say gambling.
I mean, then you can just talk to me first. Listen, the best way to do it with that is like, I'm always on server, right? Before using your money's important. Always, because there's a recession going on. I would tell you to save your money. Don't give us money, bro. Seriously, keep your money in your pocket. $60 is way too much. You can get so many things for $60. But if you feel like you want to be in the radio, hit me up, talk to me, and I'll see if you might be fit. I'll be like, okay, that's cool. Let's just say a lot of people apply for radio, and the quality is bad. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna like taint the radio. So you get me? You get my idea?
They're gonna have to mod their microphone, aren't they?
They have to mod their microphone. No, the thing is like, if you really want to be a part of the radio, just hit me up. Be like, hey, do you think I'll be fine with radio? Like, yeah, cool, sure. And if you feel like, hey, this is pretty cool, I'll get in the radio. I don't know, man. If you want to be in the radio, just try it. It says it over there. Listen, we're not doing any false claims.
What do you audition people, and then if they're eligible, then you say Patreon? Although, I don't know, that might be a bit...
Wait. I'm curious.
Well, no, what I mean is like, rather than them paying for the potential, they could potentially, you could audition them first, and then if you said, yeah, this seems like a good skit, you've got good microphone quality, if you support the Patreon, then we can guarantee you'll be in. You know what I mean? But then they are literally paying.
Weird, isn't it? Yeah, that's weird.
If they pay, it's because they've been guaranteed, rather than paying for an audition. Because otherwise they're paying for an audition. But if the audition's free, do you see what I mean? So I think they're both.
Yeah. See, the thing is, that's why we made it very clear. And when they have to buy it, they have to read it. They're like, oh shit, it's like audition. No, they can make their choice. It's their money. They can either use it, they can not. If they think they are good enough for the original, why not? It's pretty good.
Are you gonna this custom radio that you're gonna include in SanVive? Are you gonna have
my music? Come on, bro.
No. Just in general, are you letting people submit their music to you, or is it more like just funny sort of news reports and little sort of advertisements, like in-game lore type thing? What is the radio station going to consist of?
Okay, so basically, I'm a literature student. I've said this 50 times now. You know, it sounds like I'm not boasting. I'm just saying because I like writing. I don't like reading much. I like writing. So we've been writing for SanVive Radio, and my co-writer is Karis. He's pretty good. Yeah, we've written some really, really good stuff for this. Like I think when you when you listen to the radio, when you're driving in the car, I think it's gonna be fun. We have some very good people who are very good with voices and stuff like that. It's gonna be fun. And we tried our as much as we could. You know, we have producers. We tried as much as we could to make it seem like the GTA radio as much as it can. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. It's still in production. We haven't finalized anything yet. So yeah, it's still in production.
Exclusively on SanVive Radio, saving America.
Oh, by the way, one more thing I want to mention very importantly. When SanVive releases, right? Because we're not developing anymore. The Patreon tiers are going to be gone. They're not going to be there.
What, even after you release it?
Yeah.
You're not going to have like a sort of, you're not going to have it at all? Or you're going to replace it with like, you know, support if you want?
I mean, sure, we can have like $10 if someone wants to support us. Sure, go ahead. But all the tiers like 60, 30.
But there's no like rewards or anything like that?
No, I mean, I don't even think we're going to be working on San Andreas. I've never thought about it because, dude, 2 years is a long time. I'm getting old. I need to, I need to move on and do things that actually like bring in money. Listen, I would have left SanVive a while ago, but I made a promise. We've promised a lot, and I will deliver. My team will deliver. And once we're done, I'm genuinely, dude, I want to make YouTube videos. I'm a content creator at heart, at soul. I just want to make videos. I want to talk about video games. I don't only play San Andreas. I have so many games that I want to play. You know what's crazy? We talk about this in our team so many times. We always say, we're like, bro, I wish we could play SanVive. We don't play it. We don't get to play it. I wish I could. Like, I wish I could just do the missions and not worry about. We turn on the game, close the game. Okay, back to writing. It's crazy. I never really thought that this was going to be like, we're doing way more Excel sheets. Like so many Excel sheets, so much paperwork. I wish there was a way I can give you a tour of how things are being run in SanVive. And the thing that upsetting is like, there's a lot of effort and there's a lot of moving parts. You know, when I say that we have project reports, there's managers that are handling, there's people handling tasks. They report to the manager and the manager reports them to me and I put them in somewhere. So everything is very swiftly done and it gets done in time. But, you know, it takes time. So I think if people do,
Sorry, no, please continue.
Yeah, so I think like it's we have been giving it a lot of love, a lot of passion, and I hope the community sees it, and I hope the mods that we're using from them, I hope they don't be like, oh no, because you have this controversy, whatever it is, just remove my mods, bro. We just want a good game for everybody. That's all.
Yeah, is there anything you wanna say just as we sort of close? Anything you want to sort of what's the word?
Of course.
Quell
thank
any
you
concerns.
For the first thing that I would say, thank you for actually sitting down and talking to me about this. And number one thing, I appreciate you for calling me out, first of all, on the ID thing. I made a mistake. I made my amends, and hopefully I don't do anything stupid like this. But if I do, I hope I don't. But if I do, just call me out. Okay, I'll fix it. I'm just a human, just like you, like everybody else. I make mistakes. Second thing is like a lot of people are claiming that it's paid. It is not paid. It is going to be free. So you can just wait patiently and get the mod when it's out. It's going to be entirely free. You don't have to make any donations. You don't have to be a part of any Patreon thing whatsoever. Another thing that I want to say is like there's already probably an application form right now, which is open for everybody for alpha testing. So if you can apply. If the date is over, then it's gone. But if it's still on, you can apply and you can have a chance to be a tester on SanVive. And I've showed Tom here that the stuff that we've made. So I hope you probably know that we've made some stuff, and we're not just saying that we're, you know,
No,
we're not
definitely,
just like
definitely.
yeah.
I mean, you've like I said earlier, I'm not sort of like mega clued in on the mods that people have and haven't made. I mean, over the years, I've seen like big overhauls like Frosted Winter, the recent sort of debacle with the whole like GTA Vice City Next Gen type of thing on the GTA 4 engine.
Yeah, that one.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I take you at your word. You've shown me several things, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more. I understand you want to sort of showcase things as you've got like a sort of would you call it a timeline or like a series of videos you want to make or something? Like, what can people look forward to in the future?
The people, what they can do is like currently we are in alpha testing phase. After alpha testing phase, we will have crash fixing phase. That's internal. It will just fix the crashes. Then we will be a beta testing phase. There's going to be applications opens. You can still join in, and it's not paid. You can join in for free. Even alpha testing is free, so you can join in. Then after that, we will fix the problems in beta. Then there will be mission testing. You can fix the problems there. And then there will be showcases that we will showcase our mods. We will promote the mods for other creators that they have, they've contributed to SanVive and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot to look forward to from our team. And this is not only it. We're working on a lot of other projects. Liberation is one of them. And after that, we have a bunch of other projects as well. Also, I want you to, I want you to check out Samsara. They're very good friends of ours. If you like Doom, you should definitely check it out. It's one of the best Doom mods that are out there. Go support them as well.
And so just to confirm, you're not going to paywall anything behind Patreon. If you want to get an audition, if you want to get a number plate, a license plate, you don't have to pay every month. You could literally pay once.
Oh, no. Yeah, you pay once, then that's done, bro. There's so many people in SanVive. There's so many people in the community that will tell you a lot of answers as well. So please reach out and communicate with each other. At least that's what I learned today, because that's how you form trust. I mean, I knew that before, but I think I needed to be told again. So thank you guys. Also want to thank Belado Potato, and I also want to thank English Ben for calling me out on this as well, because I think I made a mistake. I don't think I know I made a mistake, and I figured that out. And hopefully, I don't make any more mistakes anymore. Another thing about the Jessica and Junior situation, I don't want to deal with any drama. I don't want to do anything. I just want to make this mod pack, and that is it. Your mods are not going to be included in this. Anybody who has any request to remove their mods, just hit us up, and we will make sure that your mods are removed. Yeah, just reach out to us. Simple as that.
Apologies if I've missed any questions to ask.
I apologize if I missed clearing some things up.
No, I mean the fact that it's currently 8 a.m. in Pakistan almost. You stayed up the entire night to talk to me. I think that says a lot. So yeah,
I hope so.
No, I appreciate your time, and look forward to seeing more. And
thank you for having me, to be honest. Oh, also, by the way, one more thing. We are going to go a little bit quiet behind the dark and work in our hidey holes. We will still be there, but we will be working because we want to get this out. So we will be a bit quiet. There won't be any more updates until we are done with the testing phases, all the testing phases, but we will go dark just for now. Basically, Bravo 6 going dark, pretty much. Like one of my team members was like, hey, can you tell them that Bravo 6 going dark? I was like, all right, cool. So we are going to go dark. So we're going to be gone for a bit, but we will be still in the community.
All right then. Well, it's 4 a.m. for me, so I think I'm going to go to bed in a minute and probably spend the next day.
Thank you as well, by the way. Thank you.
No, it's my pleasure. I'm
for staying up till 4 a.m., bro. Who does that? This is insane.
Cool.
I'm thankful to you, and for giving us a platform, giving us a voice. And you have been always so lovely and so sweet. And hopefully, now that the testing's we're going to remove everything, it's going to be renewed. I hope you can join there as well. And again, I want to apologize publicly to the people who already have applied, that they have to redo the whole thing, listen to My apologies. It's me. We will redo it, and I hope I can make it up to you, man. Like seriously, I don't want to waste people's time. So I wasted your time. I don't feel good about it. So hopefully I can make it up to you guys. And I really hope when the forums is out, you reapply. I really want to see you guys there. And by the way, all the information is already deleted. We deleted the forum. So yeah, we're going to start from scratch.
So now that I've had the interview with Bakergy and his team, I must admit that I am pleasantly surprised, actually. Some people probably watch this and think to themselves, well, you know, you're sort of a friend of his to a degree. You are going to be somewhat biased. And maybe I was. I didn't intend to be, but I think that I have a habit of trying to see the best in people. I've always been that way. I do think that there is a certain humility in staying up the entire night when you have work the next day, just to talk about a project of yours. For a 20-year-old game, no less, and being able to sit there in silence while another person sort of debates you or confronts you about the ID verification process, which is completely unnecessary. And I'm really glad that he actually was able to sit there, listen, and change his mind. I'm not trying to make excuses for him, but I think with his project manager background, that is what he does in his day job. And you've got that combined with being passionate about San Andreas and other projects that maybe it's easy for that facet of your life to sort of bleed into your personal endeavors, even though it's at the detriment of what you're trying to achieve and how you're going to be perceived. Absolutely, I can understand why a mod author who has spent tens, if not hundreds, maybe even thousands of hours wouldn't like to see their mod or their mods in a pack, someone else's pack. I think that modding is often a labor of love, if not always, and even without any financial, compensation or otherwise, I think people want to be seen, and people do make mods because maybe they see a flaw in a game or they just want to keep it alive. And if you take their work and you put it in a trailer without permission, for instance, a massive texture overhaul, and you see all of your custom-made textures, plastered all over the game world, and someone has used that in a trailer without your say-so, without any sort of prior knowledge, then yeah, that could definitely incense people, especially when there is a Patreon. Even though I largely see Patreon, when it's not paywalled, when it's simply, hey, you want to support us on our endeavors, then feel free. When there is a Patreon involved or an equivalent, yeah, that's when it's imperative, I think, to ask for permission where you can. Sometimes mod authors do just go offline. There's a mod for Watch Dogs called Natural and Realistic Lighting, and ever since making that mod, the author seems to have just vanished off the face of the earth. So that does happen sometimes, and it can be quite muddy, quite difficult to sometimes contact the people that have made certain mods. But yeah, when you can, you always should. I can also sympathize with the fact that Bakergy and his team have actually made strides to create a credit system within the game, and also sort of loosely a Wabberjack inspired tool that is intended, when it's done, to credit each mod developer, to have links to their Patreon, their Ko-fi or Coffee, whatever it's called, things like that. So yeah, I think that there were certainly mistakes that were made throughout the process of building SanVive, but I have come away from that interview, that chat, feeling more positive about it, really. As someone who lives in the UK and now has to pay for a VPN just to watch happy bedroom videos every once in a while, I can certainly understand, and myself included, why you would be vehemently against giving away your personal information and a photo of yourself to a complete stranger. But yeah, I think that he was receptive, has since changed his mind, and I'm looking forward to seeing where the future of SanVive takes us. I think that if this tool that they are developing does work the way that is intended, and if they do right by fellow modders, I think this could potentially set a new precedent in the GTA modding community. Bearing in mind I'm not overly familiar with the GTA modding community, Big fan of GTA. San Andreas is probably my favorite game ever made. But for some reason, I've actually never tried to mod it, which is surprising because I am absolutely sick to death of video games being released and feeling like they're in beta when you're expected to pay full price for the least amount of polish and the least amount of content the game has yet to receive. I find myself with an ever-growing gratitude towards those that contribute to making older games feel new again. And whilst BegaG has certainly gone about certain things the wrong way, I don't think it's too late to create a ripple in the modding scene. And I'm hoping, if I'm not looking at it romantically, that this could be the start of something really special. With that being said, you may agree with me. You might think of 100 reasons why I'm wrong. Either way, I'm Tom with Game Cartel. It's been a pleasure, and I will see you in the next video.